Bandwagon? How is it bandwagon when I told you from the start of the season, I sent you the form to sign up to be a Bucks fan because it was going down. Tom Brady was winning the Super Bowl. I tried to tell you. All y'all owe Tom Brady an apology. Where's Chiefs Nation? Come on, Chiefs Nation. Oh no, they call themselves Chiefs Kingdom. Well, Tom Brady has crumbled that kingdom yet again. Now, what's up, Jaden? Yeah, he did it, Jaden. Don't forget to donate to the page. Hit the Cash App out. Want to shout out all the people on the Cash App. So when you get a chance, definitely do that. Now let's talk about what everyone else seems to be griping on because they have nothing else to hang on to. They're grasping for straws. Yeah, they're grasping for straws. So I want to kind of get this like over with and done so we don't have to have this headache or distraction anymore. Now, they're trying to make it appear as if Tom Brady said something so egregious. And this is where Honey Badger has lost my respect. You know, Honey Badger has lost a lot of respect for me. Thank you, KC Mac. Don't forget to hit that Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. Let's get into it. Now, Tyrann Mathieu has been crying and whining like a little baby. I mean, like a little baby. Let's call it what it is. He probably called him the B word. And you know what? Tom Brady shouldn't have apologized to him after the fact. Because Tom Brady was turning on TV and he keep hearing about this guy crying about this. He's like, this dude's still crying about the game? Game over. He's still crying? You know what? Let me text him. You know what? I'm sorry for whatever I said on the field that got you so upset. Are you better now? Can you go to sleep now? Go get some sleep. Oh, Shogun. Shogun's upset. Shogun, it is the so Shogun, let me get this straight. Because I want to get this totally clear today. Because we're gonna put an end to all these excuse makers tonight. We thought we did it the night, of the Super Bowl, but it's still some stragglers still hanging around to the ESPN people and all these other conspiracy theorist people who won't let go. Now we're gonna put an end to this. Now, what's old Honey Badger name? Tyrann Matthews, the Honey Badger, aka the Crybaby. He called me something that I don't even want to repeat. I'll let him tell you what he called me. And I've always showed him respect. And I went up to him and I said, Why would you? I've lost all respect for you, Tom. Now it's over. It's over. Dude, I'm supposed to respect. I'm supposed to feel sorry for this guy. Tom Brady called you something on the field, and that just threw your game way off. You were down 21-6 when this whole blow up happened. You have just given up a touchdown in the end zone. 21-6. You were embarrassed. You were angry. Tom Brady, you told Tom Brady, I'm going to be coming for your A. I'm coming for your A tonight. I'm coming for you tonight. I'm going to be coming right at you. And Tom ran and got in your face, didn't he? And he's like, I never saw the side of Tom. That's Psycho Tom. That's the side you saw. You saw Psycho Tom. And Psycho Tom don't have no mercy, no respect for you, no, we want to be friends and no. It's winning time. And if you want to stand in the way of him winning, he's going to destroy you to get to that ring, to that championship. That's what winning's about. But you don't know that. You're a crybaby. And I can't feel sorry for a crybaby. I'm sorry. You ran into Psycho Tom. When do we start pacifying and patting crybabies on the back? He's doing a good job of taking the attention away from Patrick Mahomes getting his ass whooped. And his mama. His mama out there. The referee did this. They cheated my son. Like, shut up. Now, well, his name is the Honey Badger. Don't forget to hit the like button. That's free. The Cash App is not. But go ahead and donate to the Cash App for your boy Carcino, working hard for you, on location, still getting it done. Now, I went back to see where everybody was crying. That was the flags, man. It was the flags. The flags beat us. The refs beat us. Was it the referee's fault? This idiot was holding Mike Evans. Yo, what's that guy, Breland? He was terrible defender. He holding on almost every play. It was blatant. You could see the man was holding. Period. Okay, let's get that out of the way. The play of the game, they were kicking a field goal. Okay, the Bucks had hit the field goal. It's 3 points. What did y'all do? Okay, y'all, no, let's go to the interception first because people want to talk about that. It was 7-3, right? Brady throws the ball, it gets tipped, and Honey Badger gets the pick, but it was already a flag on the play. The flag was thrown before the pick. Okay, the holding was legit. That was legitimate holding call. I went back and watched it. It's legit. That was holding. I mean, the guy, he held him like 3 times on the play. He even almost grabbed his balls. That's how bad the holding was. If you guys have watched the Super Bowl, go back and watch that play. I'm like, damn, dude. Then he tried to throw his hands back like he did nothing. I'm like, so that was holding. So yes, that's going to take away your interception. Go talk to your boy who was holding. Then on the field goal, they kicking for 3 points. You guys had 2 players that lined up past the damn ball. And y'all mad at the female official. I thought she would screw the game up for the Bucks. She called that right. They show the replay. You see 2 guys pass the damn ball on a field goal. He was clearly offsides. Why are you mad at the refs? Jesus. See, I take in consideration that it was the Super Bowl and you guys was drunk, was drinking, enjoying yourselves, and you're not seeing the game. So I gave you a day. I went back and rewatched the Super Bowl. I said, well, let me check it out. Every flag I checked out. Hold on, we're going to get there. We're going to get there, show. Don't worry about it. Hold on. I'm with you. Now, when that happens, you take 3 points off the board. They were kicking a field goal. They get the ball down at the goal line and get stopped, right? Before that, your punter first drops the ball, then picks it up and punts it. Nervous as can be, then he shanks the punt and sends it out on the 40. They drive back down the field because they only got 35 yards to go, 37 yards to go to score a touchdown. From the start, they're starting on the doggone Chiefs 37-yard line. I don't hear no Chief fan blaming the damn punter. Right? The doggone punter put y'all in that position. Now, oh, you know it all day, every day. Now, once that's done, guess what else happened? Let's play the guess what else happened game. When they get down there, there's a holding call that is made. First is a pass interference on your boy, but that's later on. That's neither here nor there. Let's get to this thing. Here's another holding call down there. But the play that seems to blow everybody's mind is the pass interference. They get the touchdown to Gronk. Let's move past that. Mike Evans beat Breland again. Breland is beaten. Now, Breland tries to do whatever he can to stop this play. He's trying to draw a foul. Breland is trying to do anything he can to stop Mike Evans because he's beat so bad on the play. He jumps, he pushes him in the back and slaps the back of his leg, making Mike Evans just fall down. Now, the question is, was the ball catchable? The ball has to be within like 5 yards. Normally, they say the ball needs to be within 5 yards. So if Mike Evans would have still been running at full speed, he might have caught the ball. But because he fell and the ball landed right here, people say, well, that's not a catchable ball. It's up to the refs to decide that now. Because if he hadn't hit him, we don't know if he could have laid out and made the catch or what have you. We don't know. He got hit. It's an obvious foul. You have to call that. It's the Super Bowl. Okay, now let's get to the play that you want to talk about Shogun. The pass, the holding in the end zone with Tyron, Honey Badger, Mathieu. Right? It was 1st and 10. Okay, let me get this straight to you. 1st and 10. First and 10 with 13 seconds to go. They're on the 13-yard line, I believe. They're on the 13-yard line. Or maybe the 10. Maybe even that close. They're on the 10-yard line. It's the first play. Tom Brady was throwing the ball away because the sack and rush was coming, and he can't get sacked. So if it ain't there right away, ball got to go out of bounds. So he was throwing it out of bounds. They threw a flag for holding. I don't think it was holding. That play, I don't think it was holding. I think that's something you could let go. So for that one, no, I really didn't see Honey Badger holding the end zone. I didn't. But here's the point. That was 1st and 10. That didn't make a difference. The very next play, they didn't run the ball in from the 1. It didn't make the game like they go, we got so much closer now. No, it wasn't like a PI in the end zone. They got like, what, 5 yards? That's it. Repeat first down. So what was that? Meant nothing. The very next play, you know what happened? He got beat for a touchdown. Very next play, he got beat for a touchdown. AB hit him with a juke move, super quick. Zip. And as soon as he turned, Tom Brady had the ball there. There was nothing he could do. Honey Badger got beat. He was 1-on-1 with AB and got beat. So he was mad. He was mad about the call. Now he just got beat. He mad. So he down there fighting for the ball. And Brady came over there and was like, gotcha, bitch. You see? It was only 2 calls in the game that was iffy to me. And the one call was the wide receiver, the one on Mike Evans, where he dove out and hit him. You got to call that. You know what I'm saying? The only thing was iffy was the ball catchable. But we won't know because he got knocked off his speed and went down. If he was still running at the same speed, the ball and him would have been even closer. Don't forget to donate to the page. Hit the Cash App up. All right, Shogun. I'll let you come in here and get this link. Come in here. After I've just explained to you what just happened when y'all want to play Flaggate with us. Shame on you. They didn't make any adjustments, not one. So we just broke down this Flaggate. We just went through the crybaby, Honey Badger, crying about after the Super Bowl. Now I understand Patrick Mahomes' mama feeling, they robbed us. No, baby, your son couldn't get the job done. He needs to go back to quarterback school. What's up, Maker?
They still crying.
They still crying, baby. Still crying. They can't take it. And I got all this championship drip on them. They can't deal with it. When that hat says MVP, 12 on that.
Damn.
They can't deal with the drift.
Hey, even Jay-Z picked the Bucks to win.
Yeah, I heard Jay-Z. They said Jay-Z said it was a blowout and all that. Now, I don't believe Jay-Z did all that,
Yeah.
but that's what they say.
But yeah, but the Honey Badger, he running off in the mouth on social media.
Yeah, still crying about what was said in a football game.
Still crying.
I mean, dog, the football game over. What was said on the field? You know what kind of stuff gets said on the field?
He light skinned, man. He light skinned, man. Damn. What you expect? He light skinned, man. Shoot. You
Frank
already
gonna be
know.
like, that dude ain't us. We don't consider him
man.
part of the light skinned community. They trade him.
Light skinned.
Oh man.
Still crying. Take your loss like a man and
Right. Come back next season. Come back harder. You know, y'all need to be disciplined. Y'all blew this game. Y'all all panicked.
Yeah, they did.
And y'all jagged the game. That ain't nobody's fault but y'all.
Yep. You got whooped in the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. Offensive line, y'all quarterback doing this all night.
Yep. Offense and defensive line.
I don't hear his mama talking about that. I'll be, mama, why was he running in the backfield all night?
He scored the same amount of touchdowns as I did, man.
Exactly. Well, you and me combined.
Yeah.
All three of us combined.
Hey, the only touchdown they did was getting on the plane and getting off the plane. They touchdown. That's the only touchdown they got.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Hey, Balzino.
Hey.
Hey.
Yo.
I'm finna head out, man.
All right.
All right.
All right, Jamaica.
Yeah. But I don't know why he's still crying on social media.
They crying because they got nothing else. Their egos got crushed. Exactly what Rob B said. Exactly. For the first time in dramatic fashion. That is the greatest thing you said. That ego got crushed because they came in here so arrogant. Yeah. And then they got smacked around. When they was in they warm up, they were playing around.
Yep.
They were playing around in the warm up. When they were practicing, they was warming up. And I'm hearing people trying to say, well, the assistant coach, it was such an emotional. They don't give a damn about that.
For real.
He was the offensive line's coach. They just gave him a title. He wasn't really the guy who did nothing on the line.
Exactly.
It wasn't like he was the missing clue. He was hanging out there in Philly when the doggone thing happened in the Super Bowl, Andy Reid, and all that controversy when the center didn't show up or whatever, missed the Super Bowl, all this other craziness was going down.
Yeah.
So man, this was a
you know what though?
Andy Reid thing been going on for years, been pacifying for his son. Everybody knows his son is a dope. They don't pay no attention to him. He got that job because of nepotism. You know what that is. Trying to groom him to be a head coach. Ain't nobody finna get that guy no head coaching job now. Nope. He just stained himself.
Yep. But you know what I really respect Bruce Arians, man? I really respect him what he said. He was like, I really ain't do nothing.
Yeah. He gave it up. He's like, I didn't really do nothing. It's my crew, like they did.
Yeah, everybody know Brady and Byron Leftwich put in the groundwork, and Ty Bowles on the defense put in the groundwork.
Mm-hmm. Then he got, he got black coaches, he got 2 female coaches, and they're good at their jobs.
Yep. Exactly. They just need to go on.
Yeah, when the 49ers got robbed in the Super Bowl, I don't remember a Chiefs fan saying a word.
Exactly.
But see, there's the thing is when people lose their discipline. They lost their discipline and nobody got them under control. Plus, they got beat by execution. Tom Brady, they couldn't stop the run. all the run designs. I mean, Fournette ran on them all night long. Rojo was running on them all night long. Them boys getting broke down from every level. And when you can't stop the run,
that's it.
You are done.
Yeah, because in football, like if you get beat on the pass play, that's like, oh, okay, pass play. All right,
and I told them it was going to be the run that do it, and then that's going to open up play action. Pop, pop.
Exactly.
And they try to take away all the credit, all the refs.
Yep.
The refs didn't beat them boys. Them boys got beat up.
Yep.
That boy White could have been MVP because I told you that's one of the best linebackers I've seen at that position because he gets to the plate quick because he runs full speed as a linebacker. Since Urlacher, they really didn't have a really super fast linebacker like that since him because he was a safety. He played safety in college. He never played linebacker. He played on special teams, recovering kicks, and to be his size, he was quick. So when you try to run a vertical end round on Urlacher, he would cut that off. And then he had Lance Briggs to do all the dirty work. Mm-hmm. And then Lance Briggs was laying him out. And before that, he had Roosevelt Colvin who was doing it. So all Urlacher needed was that second running back. And now, linebacker. And now they got David and White back there. That's monstrous.
Yeah,
dude, them they were so much in sync. Barnett on one side, you got Pierre Paul coming through. Yeah. Like somebody said, he played better with 3 fingers than he did when he had 5.
For real.
I mean, they got beat at every facet of the game, so I cannot blame the referees when you're not putting points on the board. I wish I could talk to Patrick Mahomes, mama. I'm gonna probably tweet her and be like, "Look here. You out your mind. Go sip some liquor and go sit down somewhere. Your baby got smacked around tonight. That's all that happened."
Because when you getting ran on, that's demoralizing. If it's a pass play, you're like, oh, okay. Like you can forget about that quick, but when somebody running on you, oh my God. That's demoralizing, man. And then you getting ran on and you can't stop it. And oh man. That's bad. And they got ran through. Got whooped on the line of scrimmage. They got whooped at every phase of the game. They self-destruct on the sideline. Every facet
of the game, they got beat down in. And that's what made it a problem.
They self-destruct on the sideline. They arguing. I said, oh, yeah. They gonna crack.
That's why they trying to keep this controversy going because they need something to talk about because the game was such a blowout. The game was so out of dog and shocked all the Chief fans and all the experts. They have to find something just to be the story because Patrick Mahomes wasn't the story. They can't talk about, man, Patrick Mahomes looked great. They still try to make excuses for him today. Talking about, look at the pass he made when he was falling down. That hit him in the helmet. He's supposed to catch that because it hit him in the helmet. I'm like, dude, it hit him in the helmet because he couldn't see.
Exactly.
I'm like, people don't realize they're looking at it from the vantage point of what we're looking at. We're just seeing the ball come and hit him in the helmet. You're not looking at what the receiver's looking at. From his vantage point, he has a hand in his face.
Yeah.
He can't see the ball coming.
It hit him in his helmet. It ain't like it hit him in his hands.
The defender got the hand right in his face. So he can't see the ball coming. His hands is up because in case the ball come at the last second, he can't see. And I'm like, that's why the ball hit him right in the face and came so fast. He didn't know what was going on. That he was shielded. And that's when you shielding the receiver but he was facing the ball. Had his hand right in the face, so he never saw the ball. So I'm like, but those are not designed plays. You don't know what speed the ball's coming at. It's a broken play at this point. You don't know when the ball's coming. It's not like, okay, when I come out my set, when Tom Brady dropped back, it's like, okay, come out the set. As soon as he make his turn, bang, ball there. Structured offense.
Exactly.
Versus this arcade football, just run out and play. That's some of the way the Chiefs play is like how we play outside.
Exactly.
Like, hey, you want to play football? All right, hike. Somebody, Ryan
that's
Tannehill throwing the ball, no play structure.
that's how Aaron Rodgers played too.
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers played the same way.
yeah. It's just that he's been doing it longer. And it's going to get him a lot of wins because he can beat up on a lot of bad teams in the conference. So they make the playoffs and they'll win the division because everybody in the division suck. So they ain't got the personnel to get it done. So now it looked like Aaron Rodgers is this super great quarterback, which he isn't. Same thing with Matthew Stafford. I'm like, look, Stafford got about as much yards as he do. Do anybody realize that Fritz Magic, what they call Ryan Fitzpatrick, his numbers is like some of the highest in NFL history.
I know it.
People don't even know that.
Yeah. Shoot, he was balling 1 or 2 years right there in Tampa. I remember that's where he got his name at, Fitzmagic, and Tampa.
Exactly.
Hey, what's going on, guys? What's going on? It's my first time here on the channel, man. Much love to you guys. Appreciate you having me on.
Don't worry, life's a gamble. What's going on, man? How did you see this going?
Not much, man. I was just hanging out on one of my fellow Dolphin channels things, and then I searched up on live, and you guys came up. Saw you talking some football, and also heard a take about some Aaron Rodgers that you guys believe he's an off-scripted quarterback. And I just wanted to come in and a little bit disagree with that because even though Aaron Rodgers could win off of off-scripted plays because he has the athletic ability to do it, most of the time he's so smart at the line that he calls the play and he knows exactly what he has to do, and he barely ever wins with an off-scripted play because of his smartness to the game. And I think a lot of quarterbacks, especially veteran quarterbacks in the league, don't get that sort of respect when they try to compare them to younger quarterbacks who are more athletic, and it's a different style of a game.
That is true to a
degree.
To a degree. Aaron Rodgers is the type of person who definitely does not accept any responsibility. He's a bad locker room teammate, and when you're a bad locker room teammate, that doesn't translate well on the field when it feels like the receivers are taking most of the blame. When they do run a structured plays, it works against the lesser teams. Them beating like teams that are above 500 or the people that are outside of their division, they're almost like they're not even 50%. They're beating up on teams who have losing records, like the Detroit Lions used to be. This is how Matthew Stafford made his whole bones. The only time they won is when they had a losing record, when they barely made the wild card by beating the Bears. And they surprised everyone because they started gelling real close to the end of the season to rally to make the playoffs. After that, they had a dominant year. They lost one game all season. They go to the playoffs and they get spanked because they weren't that good. They were good offensively with their strategy of knowing what everybody wanted to do, but you had Greg Jennings who came out and said it was Aaron, and Aaron would not take any responsibility. The locker room was divided. He's not a leader.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and on the field, you could see that when it came to situations where the defense switched and made changes, the structure plays that were blown up, he tried to keep making things happen. Majority of his success was him making things happen. So that's how they got a lot of their wins. They beat the Dallas Cowboys in the playoffs with Aaron Rodgers just making it up as he went on that whole last drive to win the game and get that field goal.
Yeah.
And Dallas in the playoffs.
Yeah. And I remember about 2 or 3 games he won off Hail Marys, rolling out.
Yeah, he was the Hail Mary quarterback. But those were designed. Those Hail Mary plays were designed like they practiced that. But that's what I mean. He put his team in harm's way. They should have went to the Super Bowl and beat the Seattle Seahawks. Everybody said, well, they got the onside kick. If the Packers got it, I'm like, dude, that was 3 times Aaron Rodgers had the ball and didn't get a first down. All you had to do was get a first down.
Yep.
This is what I'm saying about Aaron Rodgers, that he's not that guy. He's just not. And people don't see it. And I'm like, how many times has this guy got to prove he's not that guy?
Yeah. He can't read front sevens that good.
The thing is, they fool him with the front seven. They'll make it believe like, okay, here comes the blitz. we're going to blitz in from the side, and then we're going to drop the safety to stop the run. But he will abandon the run altogether and want to pass. So they're going to go back into cover 2. You're not going to make the back end safety. They're going to play cover 2 deep all night. And they can't stop that. When you run a Tampa 2, that's basically the Tampa 2. Yeah. So they're going to run that all night. And then when you try to come in with barely do I see people use 4-3 anymore. Like that's only on Madden. 4-3, you don't see that set nowhere. When you got 2 dominant linebackers in the game, you rarely see that one middle linebacker anymore. That's just there in the middle and can stop, because the game now they got the slot backs coming in.
Yeah, it's a more of a passing league now.
Right, it's a passing league. Everybody's gonna look for that Wes Welker type player to come cutting across the middle for that soft 5, soft 6 that he could turn into 13.
Yeah, because even when I was in college, the linebackers was bigger to stop the run. You know what I'm saying? But now the linebackers are small. The linebackers now are like 220, 215.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Back when I was in school, you know what I'm saying? They were 245, 250, 255. You know what I'm saying? They were bigger back then. But now, since this is a passing game, they want the linebackers to cover the pass more. That's why they're smaller and quicker now.
Oh yeah, and I saw what they were doing.
What you're saying is, the strong safeties from back in the days have converted into linebackers into today's NFL, pretty much.
You said what?
The strong safeties of back in the days. Those, you know, remember the strong safeties used to be big guys back in the days playing the safety role. Those pretty much have became the linebackers of today's league.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's how Urlacher was. Urlacher was the first of his kind. Brian Urlacher, because he played that position in college. He was strong safety and came over to play linebacker in the NFL. And since he had success in converting to linebacker, they've been looking for those Urlacher type linebackers. And the Rams had one. The guy Floyd is like that. You know, Floyd, before they put him really on the line, but he was playing linebacker. Patrick Willis, like everybody that came out of Florida State.
Oh yeah, my Eagles had some good linebackers.
Yeah, you had Bull Ware that came from Florida State. He was unbelievable, and he ended up playing there. Then it's another linebacker that came out as the reason why they didn't take Ray Lewis at Florida.
Geno Hayes. Florida State. You had Geno Hayes came out of Florida State. He had a good career. You had a lot of them, man.
Yeah, Florida State is known for having a great linebackers, like
linebackers and stuff.
Yeah.
You said Honey Badger scrub.
Oh, he's from LSU.
He's an LSU dog. Yeah, but the thing is, he's actually a great player. You know,
he's good. Yeah,
he had a mental breakdown in that game, and he lost his discipline.
The Honey Badger, he all right.
No, he's very good. He's always around the ball.
No, he's a good player.
He's like Teddy Bruschi. Teddy Bruschi was not a great player at all, but he was always around the ball.
Yeah, he was. Well, now, hold on, cause you know,
can we consider the Honey Badger? I'm sorry, in let's say in a playoff game, he lets his emotions go, and he can't really be trusted. Like, there's certain players, you seen it even with Patrick Mahomes yesterday. Like, you felt there was no way the Chiefs were going to be able to come back because you felt like Mahomes' emotions were already too deep in it where it wasn't going to happen. You get what I'm trying to tell you?
Well, Mahomes' emotions were right where they needed to be. I felt like he was still in a position where, okay, we could do something, but he knew it was difficult. And plus, he was hurt. They hit him a lot, and they really
they did.
Yeah, so he was banged up, and he really couldn't move the way he wanted to. And that toe, when he was running in the first quarter, he was gingerly running. You know, he wasn't like, let me speed up to see if I can get more yards. but he knew like this is gonna be a challenge for him. Like, and for them, he was trying to keep the guys in it, but the lack of discipline came from mostly the defensive end. They were panicking because they were getting scored on. The flags are coming mostly on them, and they were like feeling like they're letting the team down. So even Honey Badger got into it with his own coaches. He got into it with the safeties coach. I mean, the cornerback coach. He was arguing with him on the sidelines and going into the half, saying like, "I'm doing my effing job. I'm doing my job, man. They ain't letting us play." So he's getting mad, because he was like, "Man, let us play. Y'all ain't letting us play." And so that one call threw him out. They're trying to get him to get his emotions together. They're like, "Get your emotions together. Like we need you." It's a whole another half of football. The score was 21-6. You're only down 2 scores. Yeah. But for them, it felt like 6 scores because they are mentally out of the game. Yeah. The first y'all got the ball starting off, the Chiefs rather, gets the ball. They drive down the field in like no time. They're in field goal range. And when you get it in there and the field gets short, that's when that cover 2 is deadly. Because they could not get that ball in the end zone. They had no play that would work, that would get that ball there. They tried everything, and it was not working.
Yeah, that's when you cover 2 and you cover 3. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, when the field gets shorter.
Field gets shorter, yeah.
You're giving up that stuff to Kelsey early. Yeah. They basically giving Kelsey, like, go ahead. We'll put one guy on you. Yeah. We're not going to let Hill beat us deep.
Yeah, and that determines if you are a good quarterback. If you know what I'm saying, and what Tampa did was took away their first option. To be a good quarterback, because good teams, defensive teams, they're going to take away your first option, your best option.
I mean, it's the Super Bowl.
You got to see. They're going to test you and see can you trust your receivers to fight off jams. You know what I'm saying? To beat the one-on-one coverage, to throw, you have to trust your other receivers to throw to the other receiver. And what they did was they double Tyreek Hill. I said this yesterday. What the game plan, what they was going to do, to double Tyreek Hill and force somebody else to, and get underneath and like double Tyreek Hill and play underneath and play your 2 safeties deep.
See, the greatest thing about Jim Johnson, my Eagles former head coach, Jim Johnson, he brought pressure.
Yeah.
Dito Shepard was good. He was another good player. Dito Shepard.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Shepard, he's from the Gators. Yeah. He's from the Gators. Yeah, I know.
Bringing that pressure is definitely, but you're not going to beat Tom Brady unless they only got to him in the first 2 drives of the game.
After that was it.
Yeah. And the pressure.
You gotta bring pressure against Tom Brady. Because if you don't, he gonna make you pay.
No, that's not even. No. That's not even that. You can't even bring the blitz on Tom. The way they beat Tom Brady, you have to get pressure with your front 3 or 4. That's it. That's the only way.
Yeah, your D line.
If you can,
but you gotta give him something different to look at. Sometimes you gotta send that corner blitz. Sometimes you gotta have they gotta switch position. You gotta do like a stunt blitz. You gotta change the look.
To me, I don't think the corner
with the familiarity of what you're doing, because Tom Brady didn't play 18 years. There's nothing he ain't seen.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So
I know that. But
that's all facts, bro.
I don't think the corner blitz, because the corner blitz, you can see that coming. I think the best way, if you're gonna pressure, is in the middle, like a delayed blitz. Wait and then boom, shoot.
Right, that's what I said. A stunt blitz. Just do
stunt blitz, a delayed blitz.
Because they did that early. The Bucs did that on them early in the game, and they realized that, wait a minute, the front 4 getting in. We ain't got to even risk it. We ain't even got to risk getting those plays off, because they were leaving guys open, risking it. I was like, man, that's risky. Todd Bowles is being bold.
The thing about Todd Bowles, he used to coach my team. He used to
Yeah.
coach my team,
Yeah.
the Birds.
Yeah.
He used to coach. He actually became the interim coach for my team, the Miami Dolphins, and I wanted them to give him another chance because I like how the team rallied around him when he had that opportunity as becoming the interim coach as a Miami Dolphin. But then we know what happened; they let him go, and he ended up moving on. But the thing is, you see, I don't know if this is a Bucks channel. I see you wearing your Bucks shirt there. My thing was, I thought for some reason the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl. Right? I was thinking the Chiefs were going to win the Super Bowl, but when I was looking at it, breaking it down, wondering how the Bucks were going to win, excuse me, I was like, man, the only way these guys are going to win is if they do exactly what you just finished saying. But nobody has done this in the regular season to the Chiefs. So I was wondering, I was like, why are teams, scared to go up on the line and jam up Travis Kelce? That part I don't get. Too many free releases, especially in the regular season. So,
Yep.
and in the playoffs, it was the same thing until it came to the Super Bowl. I was wondering, I was like, why is Kelce just dominating everybody, bro? Like, Kelce is not going to beat you over the top. Jam him, take him out, and double Tyreek. And that's how you're gonna force Mahomes to go elsewhere. And if you
Yep.
could put pressure with 4, like you keep mentioning, that's the recipe to beat almost every elite quarterback, not just Mahomes. That's how you're gonna beat Brady. That's how you're gonna beat Mahomes. That's how you're gonna beat all these guys. And in the regular season, these other teams they don't scheme like that. And it's a question
No,
mark
they don't.
to me mentally. Like I don't get it. That part I don't get because that's what we should be seeing in every single week. But I understand schemes have to change and player personnel and matchups are different. But it seems like that's the way you're going to have to beat them. So that's what you're going to have to do to get the job done.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right because in the regular season, me personally, I think they do that because they want some fantasy points. You gotta, it's bigger than just wins or losses. Fantasy football points, all that. I think that's why they do that. They want the offense to score, just like the NBA. The NBA wants scoring now. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, it's the same way. That's what
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
saying. So
You
that's
make
why
a
they
That's
do that.
true.
that's a great point, bro. I never thought about it like that because regular season is totally different than playoff, right?
Yes,
We
yes,
saw.
oh yes.
Let's not only go. And when I say different, and the game is the same, but when I say different is you see every questionable call getting called in the playoffs. Oh, this should have been a flag. That should have been a flag. Oh, in the regular season, that definitely would have been a flag. You get my point? So you make a lot of that just brought something into my head thinking like that when you brought that up because it could make sense. The regular season, they're gonna let some things slide, and in the playoffs, they're not gonna roll with that.
Oh yeah,
Now,
because the playoffs is win or go home. It's pressure. Teams are studying you. You know what I'm saying? Like the regular season is like okay, same as the NBA. You know what I'm saying? But when it's playoff
Mm-hmm.
time, teams studying
what
you.
if I told you the Chief defense hadn't played a great game since November the 1st
Oh yeah,
against
I already
the New
know.
York Jets?
I already know. That's true.
November the 1st was the last great defensive game they played.
Yep.
And since then, CP for the win used to come on here and I used to talk to CP and I tell CP all the time, I say, CP, y'all are barely winning games now because they won that game, 35-9. Since then, they played the Carolina Panthers. They won
Didn't he lose to
barely.
the Raiders?
Yeah, they lost to the Raiders early, but that game, but since then they were beating teams like about 14 points. Since then, they started to slide. The Carolina Panther game, they won by
Yep.
2 points. They had a bye week. They came
Yep.
off the bye week. They gave up 31 to the
About 3 or
Raiders.
4
They
games,
lost
they
to
they.
the Raiders again, 35-31. And
Yep.
what they were doing, the Raiders was popping Kelce, but they couldn't stop them and keep them from scoring 35 points, but they lost by only 4. Then they won against
Yep.
Tampa 27-24. Then they
Yep.
beat the Broncos 22-16. The
The
defense ain't getting
Chargers.
it done, and the offense ain't getting it done. Then they played the Dolphins 33-27, another close game. Then they played the Saints, 32-29. Another close game. Then the Atlanta Falcons, 17-14. So I'm like,
you forgot about the Charger game.
Became close down the stretch. Your defense went to sleep. They was playing terrible all down the road. And I was telling CP, I said, CP, y'all are barely winning games.
I said the same thing. We tried to tell them.
Yeah, we was telling them.
The thing about Andy Reid, he don't make adjustments.
Oh, and let's get the kickers out. Let's get to the gist of it, right? They were winning games, and what did he say? We winning though. 15-1. So 13-1 or whatever their record was. They only lost one game. So you know what they did? Against the Chargers on January the 3rd, they didn't play Kelsey. They didn't play Mahomes. They sat everybody. Then you had a bye week right after that. Because you got to buy. So you ain't playing. So that's 2 weeks off. Then you play one game and basically have another, what they played. Who they played first in the playoffs?
They played shoot.
Wow. I think no. It wasn't Cleveland. No, it wasn't Cleveland. He played the fuck.
Dang, I can't remember either.
Because they played the Bills.
Yeah, they played them.
Did they play
another? And the funny thing, my homie picked the Bills to win against the Chiefs. I was like, no, the Chiefs not gonna beat no, the Bills not gonna beat Kansas City.
I can't remember who they played the first. I can't remember.
Oh, it was the Cleveland Browns.
Oh yeah, it was okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was right the first time.
Yeah, you was right.
The Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, you were
I thought Cleveland had a shot.
I thought so too.
I was just gonna bring Be Easy in here. I didn't see him until now.
I thought so too.
Marcino, here's the scenario. That 2002 Eagles team, that team was stacked. We should have won that year when we lost to the Bucks. Because in 1980 we lost to the Raiders. We supposed they went to the Super Bowl and faced the Raiders, but we had lost to the Bucks.
Yeah, but
so the players had 2 weeks off. Patrick Mahomes get knocked out in that game because he didn't play in 2 weeks because they sat out the Chargers game. So your team ain't played in 2 weeks. They were playing bad as it was. So they didn't play for 2 weeks. They go into the Browns game. Patrick Mahomes end up getting knocked out.
Yep. Okay, concussion protocol.
Patrick Mahomes get knocked out in that
concussion protocol.
Then the backup gets the first down so they can win. Baker Mayfield choked the game. So the Browns end up losing. Then they go to play Buffalo.
Yeah.
Right? The defense, Buffalo defense was holding up.
Yeah.
But the offense was choking. They was inexperienced and they panicked. And they lost. So they win that game and they off another 2 weeks. So they had basically 4 weeks off. In this whole, they played 2 games in 4 weeks going into the Super Bowl.
And then we tried to tell CP, and then CP was like, the cover one. And I kept trying to tell. I'm like, the cover one, you got Honey Badger down there in the box. You only got one safety back there. So that means everybody else is down.
And I said,
and the Chiefs and Andy Reid teams are always notoriously finesse teams. They're not strong power teams. You know, you don't really have a power back. You don't really have a strong defense.
CP was banking on Spagnuolo.
Yeah.
Spagnuolo.
Right.
Spagnuolo always beat Brady. I'm like, dog, Spagnuolo had somebody getting pressure on Brady from the front four.
He had the personnel.
Right. You ain't got Justin Tuck out there busting through the line. You know what I'm saying?
And the Bucks played a cover 2 pretty much predominantly most of the game. So when you play a cover 2, you have to play dink and dunk football or beat them with the screen with the run, which they
get in the panel, HD. Get in the panel, HD.
Yeah, 2002.
You got
we was good that year.
To beat the cover 2, if you're gonna pass the ball, the middle is
HD might
open.
not know we even lying right now.
The middle is open on the cover two. You know what I'm saying? Your
Right.
linebacker has to be deep in the middle. You have to have
Yep.
an athletic
Yep.
linebacker to drop back in the middle to stop the pass
Right.
play in the middle because that's where the cover two is weak at. And they
Yeah.
don't have the personnel. They don't have
Something wrong with your mic, Be Easy.
I'm at work. My fault.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'll put you on listening mode.
HD, if you in the panel, if you listening, get in the panel, man.
2002.
Oh, HD ain't here right now. I don't know. This is
Nah, he was doing the video. He doing his own, I think, little
Oh,
video
I know
about
he
it.
done
oh,
a
he
lot of
ain't here right
videos. He done a
now.
lot of
Okay.
videos. I know.
Yeah,
I know.
HD. Welcome to
I know.
HD with the two eyes. Y'all can
Yeah,
I know.
subscribe to him too. Good
I
brother.
know.
yeah.
Oh, I know.
Oh, Sean, like I know. Oh, some must have been
Man,
over there.
that year against the Bucks, I wish we would have won that game against the Bucks.
But I knew
2002.
y'all want to go beat the Bucks because Andy Reid don't like to run the ball. Y'all had Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Like he was a physical running back. He was just coming out the backfield type running back, like catch passes and screen passes and swing passes out the backfield. You know what I'm saying? Like that was
Oh, that
his.
was
Yeah.
the time they could have did it, man. I
But they
mean,
could have did it because they had Buckhalter as backup. You know what I'm
yep.
And
saying?
we had a
They
good
had.
D line. We always had a good D line.
Oh
The
yeah, y'all
problem
always
is
had.
they didn't want to get any receivers.
Yep,
And that was
yep,
the thing. They didn't want to spend money on receivers, man. And that
yep,
was the problem. They gave Donovan McNabb one A superstar receiver his whole career. And
yep,
that was T.O. And when you got him and look what they did to the league. So
yep.
imagine if you'd have gave somebody who can put the ball in spots way down the field.
Exactly. Exactly. They
You know
spent the
what I'm
money.
saying?
They
I'm
spent
looking
the
at a
money on
guy who can throw
everything
80
but the
yards
but
down the
wide
field.
receivers.
Right. Get
I
him the
can
ball.
say, I can say, our first time playing Tom Brady, we should have won that year.
Yeah,
In
I thought y'all was
2002.
going. I thought y'all was going to go pull it out too in Jacksonville. That was the Super Bowl in Jacksonville. I remember.
Yeah.
That's when T.O. came back when he broke his doggone leg. I remember
Yeah.
that Super Bowl like it was yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
an Eagles.
We
I'm
had
an
a
the
Eagles
shot
fan
Eagles.
too. We had
too,
a
bro.
shot.
The,
I'm an
y'all
Eagles fan
defense.
too,
Y'all
bro.
always spent money on
Well,
the
Donovan
defense.
McNabb is my cousin. So
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember you
right,
said that.
right.
Yeah.
So Donovan's my cousin. So you know we were rooting for him. He beat the Bears here. He always wanted to play for the Bears, but the Bears didn't want a black quarterback. So
Yeah, you already know how that goes.
right, you already know how that goes.
Hey, to the Eagles
Yeah,
fan, I'm an Eagles fan too, bro. I hear
you
you.
know what I mean?
Salute. Birds
Y'all
all day.
always
And
spent.
I'm gonna tell everybody about the throwing up in the huddle thing. It never happened. Donovan McNabb never threw up in the huddle.
Oh yeah, I
No,
believe that.
he
Yeah, yeah,
didn't.
I don't
He
believe
never
that. Yeah,
didn't.
He never threw
Tia,
up in no huddle. Only thing
Tia's
he
just a
did was
big baby,
cough and
man.
was spitting. He was spitting up phlegm
There you
I
go,
want
Tim.
from the
HD on this
coughing
panel.
because
Hey, HD, if you taking a nap, wake up. Get on the
he
panel,
took
man.
a helmet to the chest in that Super Bowl during that last drive, and he
Yeah,
got cowed. Like back then, you could drill people, and whoever that was that
yeah.
tackled him had his helmet in his chest and drove it straight down into the ground. So when he got up, dog, he was holding his chest because his sternum was hurt. He had a bruised sternum.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that exact play.
Yep. And
I
Cino,
remember.
a
Right.
lot of people don't even know that. And I'm
Nope.
glad you
Yep.
touched on that. A lot of
Yep.
people don't even know that.
Yep. Yeah,
Remember
because
Javon Curse?
yeah,
That
y'all
dude was
always had
good.
man,
Yeah,
y'all
man. I want to catch a
that was
win
never
one for
y'all problem. Defense was never y'all problem. Y'all never spent money on a receiver or tight end. Y'all had
Just like
garbage.
now.
Y'all had garbage tight ends. L.J. Smith won all that. I remember like it was. Y'all had Todd Pinston was trash. Y'all had Freddie Mitchell. He was trash. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? I
I
remember
wouldn't
y'all
say I
squad.
wouldn't say I wouldn't say Pinkston was trash. He was just scared to get hit.
Nah, man.
But
Pinston won that.
he caught the ball when he wanted to catch the ball.
Nah,
I'm not gonna
Pinston
say
wasn't
he was
good, dog.
trash.
Pinston wasn't
He just
good,
didn't like to
dog.
get hit. He didn't like to get hit.
He
That
wasn't
was
good.
his deal. He was a skinny ass, light skinned dude that didn't like to get hit.
L.J. Smith was the only decent one y'all had at tight end. He from Rutgers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, LJ
Yeah.
Smith was one of
LJ
the
Smith
top
was
tight ends that nobody really talks about.
he was
LJ
the
Carson,
Smith
now,
only
was LJ
decent one
Smith was
y'all
that
had.
dude.
which team, Eagles team, you would
He
say
was
that
all right.
that was the best? 2002, 2003.
2002
I'll
when
say
y'all had
2002 was a better team.
2002. That's when y'all had what's called hogging up the middle on Jeremiah Trotter. I remember y'all squad. Y'all had
Corey
Lito.
Simon.
Y'all had Corey
Yeah,
Simon
Corey Simon.
from Florida State. Y'all
Yep.
had Lito
Michael
Shepard.
Lewis.
Y'all had
Michael
Lito.
Lewis.
Yeah, y'all had Lito Shepard, the cornerback from the Florida Gators. Y'all had Sheldon
Blue
Brown.
Devils.
Y'all had Sheldon Brown right beside him. Y'all had Brian Dawkins from Clemson. Y'all had the other safety. I think
Shit,
he was
at
from the
one dude, at one
he was
point
from the
we was up
Gators
with
too. I
at
can't
one
remember his
point we was
name,
up with
but
Baltimore Ravens when Ravens had a top notch defense. We
oh
were like
yeah,
number
it
2.
was Tampa.
Yeah.
It was y'all, Tampa, and the Ravens with the top defense.
See, the thing about us, people always hate my Eagles for no reason because we was good in the early 2000s. They just hate us for no reason.
And the
Well,
And
Reed
don't,
just
and
didn't
don't,
never run the ball. He
yo,
just
the
never.
Eagles
and then
got
don't, and
caught with
then
drugs.
don't never want to give us our credit.
Those players got caught with drugs. Halter and 2 other players
Oh
got
yeah,
suspended. Remember
Oh
from
my
the
god,
Dallas
dog.
game?
I remember Buckhalter.
yeah.
They was all
And
Yeah, he
getting
was good. He
and
was
Deuce
good.
Staley.
He
Y'all
always
Same.
Deuce
had
Staley.
Deuce
problems
Staley
off
was
the
good.
field, bro.
What's his name?
Force was
Terrence
good.
Carroll. I think his name was Terrence Carroll, and y'all had
Hey, you
Crutch.
remember Chad Lewis?
Yeah, I remember
Oh
Chad
yeah, he
Lewis.
was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I remember Chad
Chad
Lewis.
But
Lewis.
Andy Reid never ran the ball. Like
That
HT
was
was
his
saying, he
problem.
never ran the ball. He
That was
always
his
want to throw
problem.
80% of the time, just like he doing right now. He doing
That's
the
true.
same thing.
That was another thing that hurt KC. They were
Yeah.
having success on
Jackson
the
knew that.
ground. Their running back had 9. What's his name? A man from
From
LSU,
Edwards.
Hollier.
Edwards.
Hollier. Yeah, Edwards
Hollywood
Hollier.
Edwards. Yeah.
Yeah, from LSU. My man came in there and definitely was changing the game.
Yes, he
And
was.
moving the ball. He had 60 some yards rushing, and he only had 9 rushes.
I know. And then the crazy thing about it was a slow developed run too. It was an
Yeah,
ugly, slow developed run plays.
yeah, but he was
All
getting
play.
loose. And
Yeah,
they
he
went
was.
away from him and wanted to keep throwing because that's what
Yep.
Andy loves to do.
Yep.
And the
Yeah.
Eagles, when he had Westbrook, when he had every running back, Deuce Staley,
Yep.
everybody he had, he threw to him. They would
Yep.
run for a little bit. Forget that. Let's throw. Then they
Yep.
got Gore. And they did the same thing with him. When they had guys Frank Gore.
Yep.
And Gore got up out of there.
The thing about Brian Dawkins, he was a hard hitting safety. He used to put fear in opponents.
Oh yeah, he was good. Yeah, Brian
Oh
Dawkins
yeah, DD used to lay
yeah,
guys out.
oh yeah, he was
All right.
I just wish he had a ring
So
with the Eagles stuff.
HD, I don't know where you at. Hey Sino, salute to you. Salute to the panel. Respect to everybody in the panel. Respect everybody in the chat. Things like that, you know. I understand. HD, I know you have a deal and problem with me, man, about
oh
what I said to you last night, man. Or what you felt I said to you last night that got misunderstood in the conversation that you guys were having in the panel last night about the whole Tampa Bay and Chiefs situation. Now, HD, if you're hearing it, maybe you'll hear it later. But this is what everything was going down with last night. See, a lot of people was seeing what I said on the panel or what I said when I said, okay, Tom Brady, you guys got your Cinderella story. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Hey, shout out to you, Tom Brady, for doing what you had to do. You did the unthinkable. You did the unpredictable that no other quarterback in this and anybody that played in the NFL as a quarterback will ever get to. You're a
Facts.
good
That's
quarterback.
facts. You gotta give it to him.
Okay, I give it to him. Right? Okay. So my thing was last night. My whole point of last night was that I seen a lot of people of my race celebrate this man of what they were. Okay, now HD seen my comment saying, "Oh, Don't ever call me a buck dancer. I ain't no buck dancer. HD, I didn't direct that to anybody that was in the panel. Now, HD, if you understand, and if you understand where I come from, HD, I know where you stand at. I know you a good dude. I know that you're a good person that comes from a good place, and you came up in a. I know where you're at because we had conversations. Now, what you don't know that got misunderstood is that I was directing that to the chat because the chat was saying things that I don't necessarily agree with, that they agree with, and then we're going back and forth like that. So when Sino put it into the panel of how everything got broken down, it made it look like I was directing that towards you guys. I wasn't. Now, by saying all that, put that to the side. Hey, if the shoe fits, the shoe fits. But I wasn't saying it to anybody that was in the panel. I was saying it, directing it towards people in the chat. So HD decided, if you guys aren't aware, HD decided to put my name in his video for 16 minutes of my name of how he disagreed with what my take was. Now, the conversation, the StreamYard was supposed to be tonight with me and HD, with just me and him having a conversation like that. Because he's upset about the stuff that I said, and obviously I'm upset about the stuff that he said. So as much as he feels disrespected, there's a lot of things that I feel disrespected with. Because my point of view is, look, we've seen this kind of thing before. Now, his thing was, his whole thing was that I'm following Patrick Mahomes. I am not a follower of Patrick Mahomes. I'm not a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs. I root for what I see, that I think who's the better team that will win this, that will win the chip. Are you guys following me on that so far?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we follow you.
All right, because I don't want to sound like Kanye West and sound crazy. I don't want to sound like that. All right. So my thing is, we've seen this before. Now, before I go on, I just want to ask you guys a question. What happened when you guys watched the Cam Newton versus Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl? What did you guys predict that would happen?
I thought that Cam would win.
I predicted that
Carolina Panthers could win and beat Denver because Peyton Manning's arm was done.
Yeah.
It was
Okay.
So I was going
All right.
with Cam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree.
All right. So I
agree.
understand.
Cam Newton,
I respect. Okay. I respect that. Now, in that season, was Cam Newton on his MVP run? Did he get the MVP that season?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
And he played. And was Peyton Manning on his way to retiring?
Yep.
At that moment, when that whole MVP season. Okay. So
Absolutely.
my point is, of where I'm coming from, respectfully, HD, because I respect you as a black man. I respect you as a human being. I respect you for what you stand for. I would never, ever call you a buck dancer. I would never call you that. My last night got misconstrued and got misunderstood. It wasn't towards you, HD. It wasn't towards anyone in the panel, because I know with the panel and I know with you, HD, or what you guys stand for. It just got misunderstood and miscommunication. That's all it was. And I don't have any problem of having a conversation about that. So my whole point was, from the years that I used to watch football, and this is the biggest problem I have of watching football when it comes to black and white quarterbacks. Whether you guys think that Patrick Mahomes is, he has a white wife, he's not black, he's not this. Okay, that's fine. I'm not into that. I actually, what HD was saying in his video, saying, Sean, look it up. He was voting, or not voting, but he was standing for with Zimmerman to his innocence. I'm not with Patrick Mahomes with that. That's not cool at all. If that's the truth, I'm not with Patrick Mahomes at all with that situation. That is not cool at all. If he was for that Zimmerman and Trayvon Martin situation, that's not cool at all. But my thing is, I see what I've seen in my eyes when I watch football, and what I've seen through all my years of watching football when I see a black and white quarterback. That's it. So when it comes to that, whether you're light skinned, whether you're dark, black, purple, black as Wesley Snipes, I don't care. Look, this is the situation of what I've seen. I've seen with Peyton Manning and Cam Newton. That's why I asked you guys this question. Peyton Manning was on his way to retiring. Do you guys don't think the NFL had an agenda for his retirement?
Yeah.
Absolutely, because I saw the
Yeah.
game before that when they played the Patriots, and I saw
Okay.
how they cheated the Patriots out of that game. But
Okay.
but the thing is, it didn't come down to that. It didn't come down to Peyton Manning winning the game. Von Miller and the Denver Broncos defense swallowed the offensive
they
line
did.
of the
Yeah, they
Carolina
did.
Panthers. So
Okay.
it had nothing to do with that. Cam was
Okay.
having success because they see, this is why the NFL is what it is. Sometimes you don't play teams for 3-4 years. Like, this is the first time Tennessee has played Green Bay in I don't know how many years. They've never really played them. So this is when they came to Green Bay, they've never been to Green Bay really. They were like, man, they don't see these teams. Like the
Okay.
Bears, and like they wouldn't even see the Patriots. They would see them once every 4 years. So you never play these teams unless you get as far in the playoffs as the Super Bowl. They had the Panthers. They didn't even play the Broncos that season. So when they got to play them in the playoffs, and they were having a breeze beating people in their conference and everything else, like when they ran into the Broncos,
It was a different tone.
It was a big whole different tune and mismatch.
They
I
had
get that.
2 weeks. They had 2 weeks to prepare, plus all the wide receivers who couldn't catch, who was catching all that season. I was like, this dude is catching the ball now. I can't believe it. In the Super Bowl, they went right back to being who they were.
Sino, stop right there. Stop right there. Because in the midst of that Super Bowl, before the Super Bowl happened, when they were interviewing Cam Newton and Peyton Manning, they asked Peyton Manning, because I remember it vividly, because I watched the NFL. I focused on that whole season when Cam Newton was MVP run, because a lot of people were even bashing him, even when they were like, well, he doesn't need to be taunting in the end zone. That's not my point. My point is, when Peyton Manning got interviewed, they asked him, what's your focus in the Super Bowl? Do you guys remember what they asked Cam Newton, what his focus was in the Super Bowl for?
No, I don't remember what they asked him.
No, I
They
forgot
asked
what
him to
they-
freestyle. They asked him to freestyle. They asked him to rap. They asked him to freestyle. They asked him, Cam Newton, can you spit? Can you make? It's on YouTube. You can look it up. Anybody that's on here, that can look it up.
Oh,
They can
I
look
think
it all
I do
up.
remember him saying.
They
Yeah,
asked
I think
Cam
I do.
Newton,
Yeah, I think I
can you
do.
freestyle? And they asked Peyton Manning, what's your focus in the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Well,
And Cam
you're trying
Newton.
to get to the point that the NFL is racist. I mean,
No, I'm not saying the NFL is racist, because
know that.
I'm not saying the NFL is racist, because the NFL and the NBA are both in the same correlation, as they're both combined with everything. I'm not saying either one of the sports is racist, but there's biasness
I
in
mean,
it. That's
bro, the
all I'm
media
saying.
been making
it's
black
racist.
people look bad for
definitely
years.
Okay, but my whole point is, I'm not a follower of Patrick Mahomes. All I know is they weren't trying to see that man dethrone Tom Brady.
That's your
If the,
point. Okay, you landed the plane. You were
there
saying
you go.
that you want to see Tom Brady lose to him. Let me explain something to you. This was
Hold on,
exactly
Cino, real quick. Let me just say something in defense of my brother HD. You know what I'm saying? He sleep. He probably sleep right now. That's a hard working brother. You know what I'm saying? He worked 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? A lot of hours. So he probably sleep. But I missed the gist of, whatever happened last night. But, I will text HD in the morning and let him know so y'all could, chop it up and hash it out.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, so, but getting back to your point, what you were saying, you just explained the whole thing in opposite. Like having the young lion let him go out on his shield and all this with Peyton Manning, like they wanted to let Brady go out as a winner and all this. Brady had done everything they wanted him to do. Everything was on the stage for Patrick Mahomes to win, to beat Brady. He's their future. He's the future right now. They wanted him to win. Everything was in line for Patrick Mahomes to win. He got the commercials. He's the guy that they love.
That's
He's
facts,
the
though.
they didn't love him like that. They didn't love him like Cam was a pocket passer, really. He was standing in the pocket. Then he would scramble out when he needed to, but he was throwing the ball. Cam came in the league throwing the ball. He had 4,000 yards passing as a rookie.
Yeah, he sure did.
Yeah, he did
And
for
that's something
Carolina.
about Cam Newton that I don't understand, that people always bring up, like he can't pass out of the pocket, and he's clearly shown
He had
on
no
film
tattoos.
that
The
he
thing
can
about
clearly
Cam
pass out of
Newton,
the
he
pocket.
don't got a ring.
He
He don't got a
very,
ring.
his thing is he never was he was not a guy that could put the ball in spots. He can't throw a guy open. He stare at his receivers that he's gonna throw to. He don't know how to look them off. He kind of gives away where he's going with the ball sometimes when he's in the pocket. But he could throw to a guy that's wide open. So that but he already had these, these things in his arsenal that didn't get better over time. This is why now when your skills and your athleticism diminish a little bit, you got to have those things to fall back on. And he never improved or worked on them. He never worked on them to get better at those. He just kept getting by with what he was doing. Like, man, I don't need to work on
Athletic
that.
ability. Got balance, athletic.
You
Just
know,
like LeBron James.
yeah, and he has talent. It's just that he had a very poor receiving core. And when he did have a receiving core and guys who could catch the ball, he was doing well. But the thing is that they got productivity out of guys who couldn't catch, like Gwen Jr. Oh my God, that guy is a kick returner because he can't catch. They put him at kick returner. He had speed, couldn't catch. The guy started catching balls, and then all of a sudden, when he was in Carolina that season, Cam got MVP. These guys was catching the ball. People was like, I can't believe it. Ted Ginn Jr. is catching a football.
And then the crazy thing about it was Cam never had a number one receiver either.
Nope. They never give black quarterbacks number one receiver.
But Cam had Steve Smith that 2015 year, no.
But it's no.
Steve Smith is a small, rugged receiver.
Small, yeah.
He's a small guy. You need somebody that can really take the top off.
Exactly. And then they drafted that one bust from Florida State, the Calvin Benjamin. He ate himself out the league.
Oh yeah, that dude was a bust. I agree with that one.
His
Smith, maybe it was because of his late career, but Steve Smith was always the next receiver. He's always been considered an outside.
And plus Steve Smith.
But it was maybe a little.
Plus, Steve Smith was old around that time too. Steve Smith was like 30, I think like 33 or something like that. By the time Cam had that Super Bowl, not Super Bowl, but MVP season, Steve Smith was old, man.
It's all good, bro. I just know, you make a 16-minute video with my name in it, be here and have a StreamYard and talk to me and debate with me.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, you know what I'm saying. That brother not here right now. I will text him in the moment.
That's fine because you know what? Because you know what? I wasn't here when he made the video last night, so it's all bets from here.
But listen,
it's fine.
I want to talk to the guy that let me up.
It's fine. We can debate right here, or we can debate wherever you want to talk to. But you said your name. You said my name in your video. We can have a debate.
Let's not worry about it right now, bro.
It wasn't worried about last night. I was there right there. You can say it. You said what you said last night. You made a whole 16-minute video, and I'm right here. I wasn't there last night to defend myself, so it's even. We both got what we got off. He felt disrespected. I felt disrespected. So we could go from there, and we can debate and have a civil man-to-man conversation. And however it goes from there, we can have a conversation. If we don't want to talk to each other anymore, that's fine. I don't mind that. But we can have a conversation, and we can have a man-to-man conversation. But one thing is, with me, you can have a whole 16-minute video about me and say my name. Then, you could be right here too, or you could be in another video and you could say what you have to say, and I'll say what I have to say. It could be me and you with a conversation. It could be me and you in debate to have these conversations and agree to disagree. That's fine. That's okay. We don't have to agree with each other all the time. I'm going to speak my piece. You're going to speak your piece. You're going to speak on what you believe in. HD, I didn't ever call you directly a buck dancer, bro. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that, because I know you're going to hear this video tomorrow or the day after. But just know, I'm not here to say that. I'm not here to start any problems. I'm here to have a conversation. If you want to have a conversation and have a man-to-man conversation through a debate, and we could talk about things and we could compromise and come to a
Man,
conclusion, we can do that.
yeah, we
That's
get what
fine.
you're saying.
That's fine.
All right.
Right.
Hold on, let me check something real quick.
I mean,
Oh, the Sixers play tomorrow. They play tomorrow.
already.
I,
Uncle Frank was
I,
you and him gonna do what y'all said. You said that HD y'all talked or whatever, and y'all was finna do a stream yard, right? You and him.
Yeah,
Either tonight or tomorrow. That's what we said.
yeah.
All right, well then, there it is. You know, so ain't no nothing to really speak of. Y'all gonna
Until he does, here's my thing. Until he does, let's not worry about it now. Got out everything. You know what I mean? We aired out everything. Let's not worry about it now. We talking football. Right?
Yeah, it's all good. You spoke your
It's all
truth. It is
good.
what it is. That's real. We're gonna
Hey,
let HD
Corsino,
know.
is
We're
you
gonna
from
get y'all
Chicago?
together, and then it's gonna be what it is. And now we moving forward. Along.
Man, why don't you just go ahead and move to Florida, man?
Let's go.
You from Chicago, Corsino?
Yeah, he's from Chicago.
Yes.
I'm from Philly.
He from
I'm from Philly.
I can tell.
Yeah, we know you from Philly.
Know that Philly accent. I know it.
He from Dollar Bill.
I know that Philly accent.
215.
I know that Philly accent.
215, baby.
Of course.
I'm from the 305.
Oh, you from Miami? Oh, okay. I'm Orlando.
Oh, that's what's up, y'all.
The P, the
Hey,
H,
look,
the I,
look,
the I,
buddy.
the L.
Somebody here said, they should have just left that when he was here. Look, and coming from an outsider's perspective, this panel was having a great discussion when they were talking football. I mean, it was going absolutely great. I don't have no disrespect to you, man. You sound like you know some football, and you brought up some really great points as well. But when you started talking about this other dude that I don't know what the hell was going on. I don't know any beef y'all got going on or anything. You get me?
There's no reason for you to worry about it.
Yeah, this is my first time coming up on this panel, and this guy let me up, and I don't know what's going on. So from an outsider's perspective, I'm like, what the hell is going on? It's just it would have been best you would have kept it on when whoever you needed to speak to was present, so y'all could just have this discussion, and maybe the new people that are here can hear both sides of the party at the same time. Because now I don't know, So I'm not saying I want to know. I'm just saying, like, I agree with just handle it in a different situation next time, because I felt like the discussion of the panel kind of shifted into something nobody can like really add to the point of view.
Yeah.
I know you knew. I know you knew. I know you trying to understand the whole deal and the situation. But my thing is if someone makes a video of you for 16 minutes with your name on it.
Bro, like the brother just said, you know what I'm saying? HD not here, and you said everything you need to say. You just, you know what I'm saying? You rehashed.
And I wasn't there. I wasn't there when he made his video.
We're gonna let HD know. We're gonna get y'all together. You've already said it, bro.
Perfect.
It's all good. It is what it is. You spoke your truth. I respect it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna let HD know. We're gonna get y'all together, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we're moving along.
We're chilling out right now.
So I got
somebody said they from the 517. What's that?
What is the outside perspective view on my Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa? Because there's a big question mark right now with this guy.
Man,
and he was so hyped.
I'm gonna tell you what he
I
is.
need mental help.
I'm gonna tell you what he is. He is glass. He will not survive. He's only,
he ain't better than my quarterback Carson Wentz.
Yeah, about the same thing. But he's glass. Like, he's the only left-hand quarterback in the league. Like, the only reason why Miami is starting him because there's none but Spanish down there and Hawaiians down there, and that's what they want. They want a Hawaiian as a starting quarterback. So, and that's what it is. He's not all that. Like, he was injured prone. He was injured prone. He was injured prone at Alabama.
He doesn't have arm strength enough. His arm is not strong enough. And he's too small. he has to get out the pocket so he can see what he's doing, like Kyler Murray. But the thing is, he has a peanut butter arm, and you're not going to be able to make those throws you need to make in big games.
When Kyler got an arm. Kyler Murray, he got an arm though. Kyler got an arm.
Got an arm. He could throw. Yeah. His thing is he's got to roll out to see. He's only like 5, so he's got to roll out to see like down the field so he can put the ball up. And for him that works, but you got to have an arm. Tua doesn't have that arm. He's got a peanut butter arm. That dude is throwing that ball up there. It's like a duck. And I'm like, oh my God, this dude's arm strength is not there, and he's brittle.
And that's true that you brought that up, because there was a report I read up on a Sun Sentinel recently or something here in the news that Steve Mariucci, he really likes what he sees in Tua, but you have to call certain plays to get him in space, rollouts, play actions, and bootlegs and stuff like that. So you're absolutely 100 on that, because he absolutely pointed out that he can't see. Now,
Yeah, but this is bigger than X and O's. Yeah. Tua had the highest selling jersey.
Yeah, like I just said, they were
exactly. What you think about Jalen Hurts? What you think about Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is a quarterback that's gonna be a bust. But
yeah, I agree.
He's got a long way to go. People's like, man,
I'll give him some time.
Yeah, he's gonna need time. See, that people forget about that element of the game. They think that all these quarterbacks are supposed to start right away. And I'm like, that's not how it used to go. Quarterbacks used to sit for 3-4 years. Steve Young had to sit behind Joe Montana. You had to sit behind people. Aaron Rodgers had to sit for 5 years.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is true.
He needed that.
Every time he had to sit for what's up,
play
Frank?
2-3 plays and get hurt. The third string had to come in. He got hurt like every time he came in for Favre. I'm like, dude, he just barely got in the game and he hurt.
Yeah,
he was hurt when he got drafted by Alabama. He was hurt too. He was.
Andrew Luck.
He didn't have a surgery. He had a serious surgery.
Yeah,
his surgery was serious. That hip, that could have went. That surgery, like one good shot on that hip, and his career could be done.
Exactly.
Just like Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was always hurt.
Yeah,
but Andrew Luck ain't never had no offensive line though, man.
And the quarterback that everybody want to get this year, he's injury prone, and now he's going to have surgery right now. The number 1 draft pick of the next year's draft.
You talking about him?
No, he's talking about Trevor Lawrence. I'm not Trevor. No, he's talking about
Trevor Lawrence. He's getting
Trevor Lawrence
non-throwing shoulder.
No, it's Trevor Lawrence. He's the number 1.
White boy with the blonde hair look like
you talking about Zach Williams?
No, it's Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence just had surgery.
He just had surgery.
I want my Birds to get that receiver out of LSU. My Birds.
He is gonna have surgery, but actually, didn't the reports come out saying that he's gonna do something before the pro days to work out for some teams here, and then after he does those videos, he's gonna go and get his non-throwing shoulder surgery. So it's slated to happen for sure.
Yeah,
it's a non-throwing arm.
He's gonna have.
Y'all heard about that receiver out of LSU?
Everybody. That's how elite this kid is. His pro day is totally different than everybody else.
The receiver at LSU, what about him?
I want my Birds to get him. I was looking at his highlights. He good.
You talking about Jamar Chase?
Yeah, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Chase is another. He's another Tyreek. He's another Tyreek Hill. He can't run routes.
LSU wide receiver. LSU wide receivers are all flash. Them flashy guys. Odell Beckham. But they normally get hurt. They get popped, get hurt.
Landry's actually nice though, but
Landry,
they flashy, like you said.
Yeah.
Landry was the best. Going back on Tua, I'm not really scared of Tua.
Like my man from Dallas who came in here, and I was worried about him until he snatched the phone from his girl, and I was like, all right, good, he good.
Yeah,
Dallas Cowboys, they ain't going nowhere no time soon.
Awareness.
The Dallas Cowgirls.
That was That was a good awareness right there.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, he got to learn how to catch. He can't really catch.
Oh yeah.
He got like his hands. He needs work with his
I mean,
hands.
he did. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Because he wasn't really catching a lot of balls.
He don't know how to really. They need to work with him and get him. He got to work with that speed and be able to catch that ball, throw it, catch.
But he has the potential, though. He does have the potential. He's very skinny, though.
Potential don't mean nothing if you don't have the application to you know what I'm saying, use it.
In certain situations, he's trying to catch. It's like he don't even know how to position his hands. And when he in certain positions, ball is hitting him in the hands and he's dropping them, even in the end zone. I'm like,
that's true.
Same thing I feel about Marquise Brown.
Hey, you think he's still with that girl though?
Who with
Marquise Brown?
Hollywood. Antonio Brown cousin.
I don't even know.
Hollywood?
Yeah. I said the same thing about him.
Oh, well, Hollywood is good. It's the thing is he's too small.
He's too small. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lamar
Hollywood
Jackson needs a number one quarterback. He needs a number one wide receiver.
He's not that great of a route runner. He's not. He's not that great of a route runner to me. Exactly. He can't run the route tree at all like that. It's only
that's Baltimore Ravens' number one wide receiver, and that's not good. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I feel like
they can keep guard him with a corner. They don't even got a double Hollywood.
Man, Baltimore number one is that tight end, that white boy tight end. That's all.
Yeah, and
that's not even
I forgot his name.
That's not even a starting tight end. They started tight end got injured for the season. Their left tackle got injured for the season.
Right, and they brought a big tackle in there to start catching passes.
Hollywood Brown is actually he's an elite route runner. This guy's home team. Hollywood Brown.
Nah, he's not elite.
His speed,
he's good.
And he is
he's
an
not
elite
though.
Route runner. The thing is, he struggles catching in traffic because he is small. So when he doesn't get that separation against elite coverage, Lamar Jackson doesn't trust him in traffic. So he would trust a big target body like Mark Andrews.
Yep, that's that safe blanket.
Y'all drove Sean out of here. He just took off.
Well, y'all know a receiver that's gonna be good in the future. Justin. I mean, what's his name? Justin Jefferson.
Behind that.
I heard that cue.
Justin Jefferson.
What's going on there?
He gonna be good in the future. Watch.
Justin Jefferson.
What's going on there?
He'll be. Yeah, we'll see.
Was you there for the festivities last night?
No, I wasn't.
I didn't know.
Another one that's elite, that's small, that's an elite route runner is Calvin Ridley. These guys, today's NFL is a lot different, I think.
Oh yeah, way different.
Calvin really just need to be on another team. You put him on a team with Tom Brady.
Yeah.
No. Put him on my birds.
Hey,
bring him to my birds.
Well, Calvin really just had.
I'm gonna tell you who will be
had an elite season this season.
Hey, I gotta find out something.
He's a better version of Roddy White when Roddy White first came.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
he's a better version of Roddy White. See, the Bucks are gonna lose Godwin. They're gonna lose him.
They're gonna lose. Yeah,
they're gonna lose Godwin. They need to let him lose. Bye.
No, that's actually a separation.
So Godwin is the guy to get. That's gonna be the top free agent guy to get.
So they're gonna extend.
What's that receiver that we traded for out of San Francisco?
AB gonna stay with the Bucks. It look like.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
And he gonna move over to Godwin's spot, and then they gonna work with that rookie Johnson.
That Johnson.
Yeah, they gonna work with him. So they gonna let Godwin go.
What happened to OJ Howard?
Same thing he did in Tampa Bay. He gonna be like, okay, y'all gonna go. We're gonna get these young guys ready.
He injury prone. OJ Howard injury prone.
Oh damn.
Glass from Alabama. Glass.
Yeah.
I have to say this in the chat right now. To me, Alabama receivers are soft to me.
Yeah, well, that's some of them are.
I can vouch for that. We had that dude Amari Cooper on the Raiders. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Especially him.
I mean,
I'm trying to think about Marquise Goodwin. Even though my birds got him.
That's why they run the ball in Alabama.
No,
You get a
Amari
running back.
Cooper is not soft.
You get defense and a running back. That's all you get from Bama. You get a wide receiver from Bama. You get messed up.
Somebody just said Amari Cooper just not soft. I watched Stephon Gilmore take that boy lunch money. He soft.
Amari Cooper is the greatest route runner to never do nothing. If you jam him,
exactly.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
that boy if he quit. Oakland got rid of him so quick, man. They laughing at Dallas for being stupid.
Yeah.
What y'all think about Marquise Goodwin? We know my Birds got him from
what do you think they're gonna
49ers.
do with Dak? You think Dak is gonna be gone?
Dak is gone.
Yep.
They gonna trade Dak. They gonna trade Dak.
They had something. Dak was on Instagram. He just started following the Washington football team.
Yeah. Wow, man.
Yep.
If he goes to Washington, man, that team is gonna be legit.
Man, Washington get Dak and pay him that
over.
money. Yeah, they love to pay quarterbacks.
And they gonna see Dallas 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
Man,
the Dallas Cowgirls.
It's over for Dallas because it's over for that division because Philly
they my ops. The Dallas Cowgirls. They my ops.
No quarterback right now,
No,
and
they don't.
don't want to be their quarterback, and he's awful.
Yeah,
he was
That's true, bro. The
Giants.
Washington just need to get a name and a mascot, man. You can't win nothing without a name and a mascot. You can't be the football team.
That's what I was going to bring up. The Washington have
I'm
been
surprised they announced a new name.
They finna get a new name.
Yeah, they're supposed to get a new name.
What they gonna call it?
They don't know yet. They got to put the name in. They just ran out of
the
time.
Washington Slave Ship. That's probably going to be the name.
No more and cancel the scams. They didn't have enough time to put a name in yet because they did it so close to the start of the season. So now next season there'll be a team name. That's why people was buying up the merchandise now. These days, like, man,
I feel bad for Washington. They can never keep their name. The
Cowboys
Redskins,
they going to the Super Bowl next year.
Yeah.
Cowboys they going to the Super Bowl next year.
But the thing is, why they keeping the Chiefs name? Why are they keeping the Chiefs name?
Well, they changed their name from the Bullets because a lot of people's getting shot. So
oh yeah, that Washington shooting, right?
Right. So they had to, the whole thing. DC, so
But you heard me though. Why the heck the Kansas City Chiefs keeping the Chiefs name?
Even though nobody say, man, I love the Bullets so much, I gotta shoot some.
They're not going to a fucking Super Bowl. The Dallas Cowgirls, they're not going to no Super Bowl next year. Get out of here.
No, they're definitely not. No, I can't lie. They would have went to the playoffs this year if they had.
No, they wouldn't.
No, they would have got smoked. They would have got smoked.
Dude, they started off 0-4. They were trying to do come from behind. They had the worst start of any team.
Yeah, that defense. I was surprised that defense was just like gone. Like
they were starting games. Like, when the game started, it was like terrible, completely terrible. When they in the first 2 quarters, they been getting blown out. Their defense was giving up so much, it didn't make sense.
Washington D.C.
But I can't lie. A lot of teams did bad this year. I can't even lie to you because of that.
That's facts.
You see how important preseason and training camp OTAs is. Because a lot of the new teams that got together and a lot of the rookies, it was just like bad records in the beginning of the year.
That's what I'm telling you, man. That bye week don't really help you when you an NFL team, man. I tell you,
I mean, you seen the Bucks. The Bucks, they was like.
That's what I'm saying.
They have no chemistry at all in the beginning.
Playoffs.
My team undefeated on a bye week.
In the season, you need it for rest. But in the playoffs, when you got the number 1 seed and you don't play the last game of the season and you got a bye, that's what they did. Patrick Mahomes, they sat them down. They ain't played 2 weeks of football and went into the Browns. And then after 2 weeks, they win that game. Then they played now they got 2 weeks off of the Super Bowl. So now you ain't ready. Meanwhile, Tampa played 4 games.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
2 weeks off.
All on the road, man. Road warriors, man.
All on the road, and then
Road warriors.
and then in the last game, the Super Bowl, Gronk was ready to go. Then he was refreshed. He had 2 weeks. He was running like he ain't
Yo, I
ready.
ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I never
I
seen
think the
it.
Bucks
He
is
just
gonna lose to
busted
the
up some
Saints in the
rush. I was
playoffs.
like, whoa, what was
You really
this?
thought the Bucks was gonna lose to the Saints? The Saints always choke in the
No,
playoffs.
that Saints is always like that. That's nothing new.
Joke.
They're another
That's a
team.
regular season team.
Yeah.
Now, the thing was is no, they're very undisciplined when it comes to situational football. They'll have the game won and will be throwing the ball 20 yards down.
Exactly.
Hell,
Instead
you
of running the
can't
clock
trying to
out.
throw the ball 20 yards down the field for. Just
For
run the
real.
ball.
Trying to
You
pass
got
stats. Trying to pass
you got
stats.
Kamara, who's one of the best out of the backfield. Let him just work Kamara down the field. See, that's one thing about Brady. If Brady sees something working, he gonna be like, "Why would I change it?
Yeah.
Why would I give you an opportunity to beat us? I'm gonna just work this down the field. I'm gonna check down. My first option ain't there. Okay, check it down.
Yeah.
But now Bree's arm is gone. It's gone.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That
The
thing
funny
is
thing about the Saints, I have a cousin who's a Saints fan. I got a cousin who a
The
Saints fan.
Saints have been just trying to carry Bree's name, bro. That's all it's been. The better talent on the
Saints?
roster is Jameis Winston, in my opinion. But
Yeah, I'm telling
they
you, the
were just
Saints is
trying to
dead.
carry
That's a
Brees.
regular season team.
Yeah, it is.
Every time they get to the playoffs, it's either they going against the
Sean
Minnesota
Payton
Vikings,
was
then they
supposed to be the
lose.
Dallas Cowboys head coach. Y'all begged for Sean Payton, and you didn't hire Sean Payton. Y'all hired the other guy because he was a yes man. Sean Payton wants too much control. Jerry knows it. Jerry went through that with Jimmy, and it screwed the Cowboys ever since because Jerry won't get out of his own way.
Yep. That's
Yeah, and that's why I'm happy I'm not a Cowboys fan. I'm glad I ain't jump on that bandwagon or whatever that is.
Philadelphia Eagles screwed up so many chances to win Super Bowls.
Yeah.
And they
most
so many top 10 defenses. Philly was known for their defense more than their offense.
Yeah.
Their defense was hellified.
Yeah, it was.
The year that they beat the Rams, they helped the Patriots win because they beat the Rams up so bad in that game that the Rams played the Patriots for the first time. That's how Tom Brady got his first Super Bowl. The Rams weren't the same Rams. There was no week off in between. They didn't have a week to get ready. They didn't have no 2 weeks off.
I'm glad you respect us, Carcino. Real talk. I'm glad you respect us.
No, my cousin was the quarterback.
I know. I know.
How could you respect us?
So, but the thing was,
you respect us.
If you watch the last touchdown, Marshall Faulk got. Look how they was pushing his neck back even after he got in. They was pushing his neck all the way back. He was
it was clacking out there.
Dude, Philly was grinding that game out. It was hit after hit.
Yeah.
Dude, it was so many hard hits in that game. And then they took away that whole week between the Super Bowls after what happened to NFL's Man of the Year. When he was caught with the doggone prostitute in the hotel and before the Super Bowl. Robinson.
I remember that. Yeah.
Yep. And he jagged the whole game because of that.
My team, we always had the top defenses. My team, we always had the top defense.
Yeah, they should have won. I mean, all those years that they went, they should have won.
That's facts. That's
So how
facts.
you feel about Carson Wentz? Like,
I don't want him to get traded. I don't want him to get traded.
Yeah, he's the one that's the loser.
He's the one.
Why you don't want him?
Carson Wentz is the
You still want him?
Exactly.
Yeah, I want him.
Exactly.
He was MVP before he got hurt. He was about to beat Brady before he got hurt.
Bless his heart.
Man, that cake been baked. That cake been baked.
That ring would not be there right now. Tom Brady had it. Tom Brady will have
He's going to beat Brady for MVP before he got hurt.
Cake been baked.
Man, that cake been baked, Playboy.
That cake been baked, Playboy. It's over, Wody.
What's wrong with Carson Wentz now? Carson Wentz, he doesn't even know how to complete a pass past 20 yards.
All we got to do is put some weapons around him. We good.
He doesn't have his confidence.
Oh, yeah, that confidence is gone.
needs to get
Body,
out
his
to the
body is taking a lot of
so
punishment.
what
They
he can
don't
start
have an
on.
offensive line. Y'all made
We gotta put some weapons around. We good.
it's
If we
not
put
about
He
weapons
got that
around, we
RG.
good.
He looking like
why people
RG3
think that
right
an
now.
offensive line is the most
For
important
real.
thing to have in a game. Did you realize an offensive line is going to make the difference for you?
Exactly.
The Bears
Yep.
made it to the Super Bowl almost because of their offensive line.
Yep.
Yeah.
Jay Cutler, and they went to the championship game. They were 14-2 because of that offensive line. You gave Jay
Mm-hmm.
Cutler time. Jay Cutler
Oh,
will
you
cut
mean the
you
season where Jay
The
Cutler
Nah, I
quit
didn't
on
believe
y'all?
I didn't believe in Jay Cutler
Bears
like that, but he was an
Oh
average
man,
quarterback.
Jay
They
Cutler
had
won't worth a darn.
linemen go out, and they started losing. Jay Cutler was getting hit to protect them, and the whole series was over.
Motionless Jay
That's
Cutler.
why
I
they
was like,
want him.
nah, I'm good with that.
But I'll take a young quarterback though. I'll take a young
That's why.
quarterback.
Y'all got a young
Oh,
quarterback.
Y'all got
hey.
y'all
Sam
got one.
Darnold's
Y'all need
available.
a
You know what I'm
veteran right now.
saying?
Philly need a veteran. They need offensive linemen. They offensive
Yep.
linemen was broken up. Your
They need
your
Sam
receiving
Darnold.
core is actually decent. You have a decent receiving core. They're just young. You got some young guys in there that can actually play. You just
Yep.
need some experience.
They need some
So
DBs too. They need
That
DB.
and some
Y'all need
linebackers.
some
Need some linebackers.
linebackers. Yeah, y'all
was
need.
all hurt. Everybody was hurt last season for Philly.
No, they was.
Yeah,
They
it
was.
Everybody was hurt. So I
Yep.
understood what they went through. You remember
Yeah.
my buddy is the biggest Eagle fan in the world. He was the one that was doing the running around.
EAGLES Eagles.
That
Oh
was
Lord.
hilarious.
Theme song every time.
Oh man.
Every time. He go right to that Eagle thing.
Fly, Eagles fly.
Hey, Cena, what
On
do
the
you think?
road
That's
to
What do you think my Jets need to
victory.
do?
That's hilarious.
It's on my YouTube page. I think I put it
Oh
up there.
god.
He did his
Yeah.
Eagle thing, man.
Oh
It should be
boy.
up there still.
When they won that Super Bowl, man, I even though I was
Philly
mad,
was lit.
I was happy.
When we
for
won, the whole city of Philly was lit. When we
Yeah,
won.
your homeboy have a man. You was in your homeboy's mansion, right? It was like you was in his basement.
We were in that
Yeah,
mansion,
man.
man. He had that whole Eagle section. He had old Donovan McNabb jersey. He got Cunningham jersey out there. He got them all up there. He got his whole section. This is the no hate zone. Let's go, baby.
You already know. You already know.
Hate zone.
You already know.
So how
No
you
hate
feel?
zone. Hear
So how
it.
you feel about
I'm not
the
gonna
McNabb
hear
trade?
it.
That's right. He got a ring.
Hey, is there a McNabb statue next to the Nick Foles statue?
No.
It need to
Nope.
be.
And it need to be exactly.
It
It
definitely
needs more for
needs
Johnny
to
Mac.
be.
Johnny Mac should be in the hall.
Were you the most hated quarterback in Philly? Ain't gonna be no statue.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's the hated.
Donovan McNabb should be in the Hall of Fame.
Nick Foles.
Donovan McNabb should be in the Hall of
Nick
Fame.
Foles in Philly never did anything, but when he came in the playoffs, he won a few games here and there. Boom. How does that stay? Donovan
They went
McNabb
to the Super
had
Bowl.
Pro Bowl
And
seasons
the
at
reason
Philly,
why they lost
whether
the
he
Super
won
Bowl
multiple Super
is
Bowls or
because
not.
they were throwing the ball to people named Hank Bassett. And all he's good for is knocking up this white chick who got a reality show. I'm like, Hank Bassett? You gave him Hank Bassett to throw the ball.
For real.
Oh, you talking about the guy who fumbled in the Super Bowl when he was with the coach on that on the kickoff?
Yep.
When they
Hank
decided the
Baskett,
all-time
bro,
kicker.
that shit was trash.
Right. I
Basket.
love how people say the dumbest things like T.O. went off. It wasn't McNabb choked, but T.O. went off. I'm like, who the hell you think threw him the damn ball?
Exactly.
For real.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If McNabb and T.O. would have got along back
They're
then,
saying McNabb
we'd have
didn't
been a
deserve
scary
no
team.
statue. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Dog, let me tell you something. Donovan McNabb got them to the Super Bowl. They got T.O. so they can get there. When they actually got there, T.O. didn't play in the playoffs. Right. T.O. got hurt by the Roy Williams play. He didn't play for like 3-4 weeks. He missed the entire playoffs. He made it when they made it to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So they made
And
it
how
to
many
the Super Bowl
championships?
without T.O.
And how many championships did he make it to?
You said how many what?
In the championship, bro? He made it
Man, he made
multiple
like
times
4 in a row.
to
They put like 4 in a
exactly.
row in the NFC Championship game.
We used to run the East back then. We used to run the East.
Y'all should have not lost to Carolina. That should have never happened.
Yeah.
And then
That's
Donovan
facts.
McNabb took y'all back to the championship game, and that was ridiculous. He sent
Oh, the
his
Jake
last
Delhomme season.
tenure in the Eagles. He was in the NFC Championship game again.
That's a fact.
And then they ran up against the
2 years
Cardinals.
in a
Yeah,
row.
was that against Jake Delhomme?
The one against the Steelers that he actually led the game-winning drive. Everybody said, "Man, I wonder if Donovan McNabb can get it done," and he got it done. It was supposed to have been the Eagles and the Arizona Cardinals. He led the game-winning drive and got the score. They had like 1 minute to go. All they had to do, they was up by like 2, I think. And all they had to do was hold. And on a 4th and 6, the Eagles gave up a damn first down. And that's why they kicked the field goal and went to the Super Bowl. The Steelers did. So that's the only way they got there. McNabb did his job and the defense failed. And nobody gave him credit for that. I was like, he'd never get no credit for doing his job and the defense didn't hold.
Man, Tio and one about a big damn cancer, man. That's all it was.
He was just out of his damn mind. It's like, dude, it's not Donovan McNabb's job to go and argue for you to get your money. He did it for Westbrook. He been knowing Westbrook for years. You just got here, dog.
Yeah.
And plus, that's not his job.
Let him tell it. He says that Donovan McNabb didn't like the fact when he came there, all the fans was cheering him on, was giving him all the praise, and they was looking at Donovan like, yeah, whatever.
That's how T.O. see it. That's how his ego see it. Donovan don't give a damn if they win it. He don't. Donovan McNabb can care less. He's never been no diva like that. Like, yo, I moved the light on. It's Donnie Mac. He's never been that kind of player. But that fits T.O.'s mind because that's how T.O. is. It's got to be about T.O.
Yeah.
Because my thing is that problem that he's talking about with McNabb, everywhere he went, he had a quarterback problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
when McNabb was having trade rumors in the 2004-2005 season, the Dolphins were dealing with Jay Fiedler and we had Ricky Williams that year, bro. I remember in high school, I was like, please get McNabb in Miami, bro. They need to get McNabb. But they ended up sticking with. We had a defense that year. We had a whole bunch of stuff going. It was just that Jay Fiedler held us back with that bullshit play of his.
Yep. And the thing is that a lot of people sitting over there didn't realize that you guys put all your money into Culpepper, thinking Culpepper was the guy. And I was telling people, get that Central Florida guy out of there. You don't want him.
They should have got Brady.
Where y'all think Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be?
Jimmy Garoppolo? I don't know where he's gonna go.
At least McNabb at that time offered you at least more mobility. That Culpepper was looking like out of shape. Then he had reports came in out of shape, bro.
Man, Culpepper was.
We own the Vikings in the playoffs. We own the Vikings.
Screwing too many chicks, man. Eating not too much, screwing too many hoes, and all that, man.
We own the Vikings in the playoffs.
Culpepper was hanging out with Cash Money, with Baby and Lil Wayne and Manny Fresh stuff at that time, man.
And he ate his way out the league.
Yeah.
Culpepper wasn't the same since that Love Boat scandal.
But Freddie Smoot and all of them, boy.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, on the party boat. Now the thing was, Culpepper. The thing was, he was eating his way up out that league.
Wait, which party boat? Vikings party boat.
And when he was there, he was down there again with his homeboy who was on the boat, Brian McKinney.
Wait, the Vikings party boat?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was. They took him.
That's the Skittles boat.
they took his name off the thing. Like, oh, they took quarterback name off, and they just left all the other players. But when he was in Miami, who was there with him? Brian
Brad
McKinney.
McKinney.
Oh my
McKinney.
God.
Yep.
Mr. Skittles himself.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Hey,
he's still in Miami right now.
I believe it.
Tito.
Breaking in some
That's
new
another
guys.
team I think they'll have a shot of beating Tom Brady in the bowl. The Vikings with Dante Culpepper and Randy Moss and
Oh
that
man.
2000 Chargers team.
The Chargers. Oh man, that 1 year, man, the Chargers was like the best team. That's when they had steroid man or Marion.
Sean
That
What,
whole
LaDainian
move,
Tomlinson?
yeah, that whole move was nothing but a steroid move.
Yeah. And then they had Antonio Gates.
You get a shot. You get a shot.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, man. He was
Oh
like
yeah,
his little-
Sean Merriman. They used to call him Lights Out. You know what that means?
Oh yeah,
Popping a
Sean
pill or
Merriman. He
something.
was nice.
Oh, man.
I remember
Man.
that 06, 07 Seahawks team with Matt Hasselbeck and Sean Alexander.
Oh, that's the team that actually won. The one that I think what was it? The one that went against the Steelers. They actually won the Super Bowl and got robbed. I've never seen a Super Bowl where they took away like 4 touchdowns. Dog, they took away like 4 touchdowns from the Steelers.
And your boy was in that game. What's his name? The dude that threw the touchdown. Randall L.
Oh yeah, Randall L. That's right. From
Now,
Chicago.
I got a question for y'all. Is Russell Wilson
Antoine
ever
Randall
gonna win a championship again?
No.
I don't know because
He should, but no. Not with Pete Carroll, no.
Well, the thing is, they got a new offensive coordinator now, so
That's true.
Pete
But
Carroll
they
don't.
don't,
Pete
they
Carroll
don't
not
want
gonna
to spend
cover the offense.
no money on the offensive line, man.
Yeah,
Yep.
they definitely need to do that. But the thing is, they've been letting Russ just be Russ and see what's gonna happen. He got the NFL Man of the Year award. I took a picture with that award, that trophy.
Oh, okay.
Walter Payton Man of the Year award, so he got that. You know, he was sitting up there with Sierra, sitting
Yeah, I
right
seen
next to
that.
the commissioner.
You said next. Oh yeah, the commissioner. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, her pink hair.
Russell
Boy,
should
she
be
put it
good.
on him, boy.
He's
She
Mr.
checked
Squeaky
and
Clean.
mate.
So
She checked and mate on Russell Wilson, boy.
You see,
Oh
my
yeah, you
thing with
already
like
know.
Russell Wilson, like he's good. He's a good player, but at this point, there's so much film on his consistent plays that he does good and he does well. Like some teams, I believe, need to find a way to move on from that type because it doesn't seem like Russell Wilson is going to consistently beat you out the pocket. They always move him around, moving around, and that's what I don't want. You need a real threat at quarterback because these quarterbacks that give you limit play and get tape on them for years and years, and you take away what they do well, and then they can't really consistently beat you at what they can't do in the pocket because they're limited with height. Teams have to adjust
Yup.
quick
I
out
was
of
just
that
about
if
to
they
bring
don't
that
win
up.
that
Man,
Super
that's
Bowl
a
window.
lie.
I was just about to say that's
That's
why
a
he
lie
runs
with
around
Russell
a lot
Wilson. He could
because
beat you in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? He was doing that when he was at Wisconsin and
yeah,
Nebraska.
he would. He could. But the
You know
thing
what I'm
is,
saying?
now he
Like,
finally got his big body wide receiver. But the plays that they was calling against the Rams, I was just like, what the hell is going on right now?
Russ can beat you in
But
the pocket.
hey, I'm happy
Like,
because we had their
but
pick,
don't
so
don't don't get that
which is the Jets.
misconstrued.
Here's the
No,
here's the
I mean,
scenario, Casino. Here's the scenario. What teams in the early 2000s you could say they could have made it to the Super Bowl? The Titans, the Vikings. Give me the who else could
The
have made it back in the
Falcons.
day?
The Falcons.
Yeah, the Falcons, Chargers with LT. Give me the
You had
the Ravens with Ray Lewis. Give me the
well, hey, they did win the Super Bowl in 2000. Right?
Yeah.
yeah. Hold
Yeah,
on,
they
take them out.
did.
Take them out because they did take them out. The Bengals when they had Chad Johnson. Give me that team.
Nah,
Yeah.
nah, I don't see that.
The Bengals.
They had a
Nah, I
high
don't
power
see it.
offense, but their defense wasn't
They had a
versatile.
good, yeah, exactly. Their
Like,
offense was good, but the defense,
yeah, their defense
you
wasn't
can put up as
versatile.
much points as you want, but your defense got to stop players and
Yeah,
stuff.
their
No,
defense.
the only team that you didn't name that was on there early 2000s that should have won and could have won, Jacksonville Jaguars.
Give me
Yes,
them
sir.
two. Give me them two.
Yes,
I was gonna
sir.
say that.
People don't really know about that team, but they should have actually. They were a better team than
What
the
was that
Carolina.
black quarterback again? I forgot his
And
name.
that was
David
like,
Garrard.
Yup.
Man,
I
I'm gonna
want to
tell
say that
you.
was 2002. I
No,
want to
I'm
say
gonna tell
probably
you. I'm
2003
gonna
or
tell you when they
2002.
was. I'm gonna
They
tell
were
you
at
when they
their
was
best,
lethal. I'm
and
gonna tell you when
they
Jackson.
were a force to be reckoned with at that time. They just didn't have a consistent offense,
Yeah,
but they were good. They were
yeah.
really good
To
that year.
me,
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
to
gonna tell
me,
you when they
Jacksonville
started
messed up.
developing. Like when they had Mark Brunell at quarterback, and then they had Natron Means as the running back.
Yeah,
Natron
that
Means
was
was
it.
tearing up the league, and then they had Fred Taylor. You know what I'm saying? Behind him, they were tearing the league up.
Jacksonville messed up when they let what's his name? The other dude that was playing beside Jimmy Smith.
Keenan McCardell.
Yeah, they messed up when
Yeah,
they let him go.
Gina
yeah, and
McCardell.
then he went to the Tampa Bay. Then after he left Tampa Bay, he went to the Chargers.
He played
Yup.
for the Vikings too, right?
I don't remember. I just remember him playing at Tampa Bay, Jacksonville, and in the Chargers.
Okay, this thing is like kicking people off and bringing them back in. Okay, there you go. Oh, you got a
Yeah. Oh.
PS5 now?
Not yet, man. It's still
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that's the Xbox. I thought,
Oh, that's
yeah,
the great box. Oh, okay.
the great box.
But nah, oh yeah, I meant to say this the other day because yesterday, because this man HD, he was saying like how Todd Bowles, he doesn't get a head coaching job and stuff like that. He definitely deserves another head coaching job, but my thing is when he was with the Jets, man, he didn't have clock management and like the timeouts, like he would just use timeouts out of like for no reason.
Man,
Like
look what he had at the Jets though. The Jets is a mess. Like he had Sam Darnold. He had
he
a
picked
mess
Sam Darnold.
defense.
He picked Sam Darnold. He passed out on Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. I wanted Baker Mayfield or Lamar Jackson to be honest, but he picked Sam Darnold, so that's
Okay,
on him.
somebody got some echo thing going
Yeah,
on.
somebody got a bad
I don't know
echo.
who got echo. Okay.
I don't know what that was.
But the thing is, I couldn't stand about Todd Bowles as a head coach, even though I still like him. You know what I'm saying? He's still a good coach, but I feel like he has to work on some things. He will wave the white flag. Say if another team is up by 2 points and stuff, he will wave the white flag and just keep running the ball and let the time run out. I was like, man, I could not stand that. But light years had better than Adam Gase though. But hopefully he
Yeah.
gets another job, man. But defensive coordinator, he's no joke. Like I said,
Oh
he
yeah.
was the Arizona I think he was the defensive coach of Arizona of the year. You know what I'm
Yeah, he
saying?
was.
So
I can see Todd Bowles probably becoming the next like Bengals head coach because I don't know what the hell's going on over there with Zach Taylor. I don't know how much.
No, the
How does that
Jets
guy?
lost. The Jets' best team was in '98. That was their last.
98, yeah.
The '98 Jets was the
What
last.
about the Rex Ryan?
Todd Bowles could go to the
That was
Cincinnati
What
Rex
San
Bengals,
Ryan.
fix
Antonio
that defense.
San Antonio
No,
Holmes?
that was not Rex Ryan. The one with Santonio Holmes. No, they weren't better than '98 when they had
Oh yeah,
Parcells.
yeah, yeah.
You
When they
putting
had,
them?
when they
You
had
putting
Bill
them in a
Parcells,
scenario?
they had Curtis Martin, they had Keyshawn Johnson. That's when
Yup.
Test Purdy was the
And,
quarterback.
yeah,
They
and then they
they
had
won the
what you call it?
AFC East for the first time in like 50 years. They were 12-4.
Yeah, and then they had what you call it at receiver too. They had Wayne
They
Chrebet.
smashed it.
They had
They
Wayne Trebek. You
smashed
remember Wayne
the
Trebek?
Jacksonville Jaguars that year in '98. Then they played the Broncos, and I remember this one the Broncos was on their way, and that was the
Yep.
AFC Championship game, Jets and the Broncos.
Who did Curtis Martin end up going to?
I think he
And in
went
the
to the.
third,
Oh,
yeah, the
God.
third quarter, because Curtis Martin had just divorced. He had went through a divorce with Tony Braxton or separation. They didn't get married, but she was putting up all his money, and he had
Oh, damn. Oh, for Curtis back.
yeah.
Damn.
Curtis, my favorite Martin.
Yeah.
Y'all think the Lions will ever make it to the Super Bowl in the future? The Lions?
Nope.
No?
Sometime soon. But they were leading the Broncos 10-0 in the third.
Oh, wow.
Then
10
they
to
got
nothing?
a 47-yard touchdown to Ed McCaffrey, and the Broncos scored 23 unanswered points within a quarter. And they blew
Damn.
it right there. They were on their way to the Super Bowl. They was leading 10-0 in the third and blew the game.
What about Bears?
One play, and it let everything go crazy.
What you said, Nick?
No, I'm saying, like, what about our Bears? You know, what about our city, man? You think they ever make it back?
The Bears?
Hell no.
The Bears
No.
not
They
really.
about to
No.
lose Allen Robinson.
They got a defense that can get them there. They squandering it by wasting away with another offense. They finna waste this whole season.
The Bears is back.
Who are you gonna tag?
Break down. You know, we
Bears
wasted Matt good years.
Yep, that old owner that's 100 years old don't want no black quarterback.
That's what it is.
Hey, come get Sam Darnold, man.
She's trying to trade for Carson Wentz. They want Carson Wentz.
Like I said,
for real?
white boy.
Yeah, they trying to get y'all back Foles. Trying to get y'all Nick Foles back and Tariq Cohen.
How is she still running the team though?
What do you mean?
Like she need to retire.
And the Broncos, they want to get Mitch Trubisky. They think they could work with Mitch Trubisky because the former offensive coordinator of Vic Vangelo, he over there, or the defensive coordinator.
I don't know why the Bears gave up.
Wait. So she's 100 years old and she's still running the team?
Yeah.
Good.
How the hell can she function? What the hell?
Well, she's still functioning. Virginia is still going. She like 102.
Wow. She's 102?
She like the Chinese dude in the movie
and she
Wolverine,
won't retire?
man. Spending all that money and technology, keeping herself alive, man.
I think her husband dead.
I believe it.
Hey, her husband.
That team with Brian Urlacher, y'all could have made it too in the early 2000s. The Bears, y'all could have made it too in the early 2000s.
Papa Bear been dead about what, 60 years?
Shoot, they did make
you
it to
said
the Super
60
Bowl.
years?
They did make
So
it to the Super
Deshaun
Bowl,
Watson going to Chicago is out of the question.
In the 80s.
Oh yeah, that's definitely.
Oh yeah, that's not a
Please
all
no.
they
They
did was
made it to the
say
Super
that
Bowl
we asked
2006.
about them because
They
they
made
know
it to
that
Super Bowl.
they know they here to talk. They here to talk about they don't want a black quarterback.
Deshaun, I think Deshaun Watson is either going to be in Houston, hopefully the Jets.
That guy is not going to
and
be in
maybe
Houston, bro.
Yes, he
Dolphins.
is, man. Houston's not going to let him go.
He probably go to the Saints or the
Steelers.
Steelers.
Listen, bro.
Nah,
when
they
a
don't have
player
enough
wants
capital.
out, they're gonna get
For
out.
the
The
Saints?
thing is, you know why
The
it's
Saints don't
hurting
have
the
enough
Texans,
capital.
in
They're
my
in
opinion,
debt
so
right now.
much.
I mean, not in
I
debt.
trace
but
this back to
He
the
probably go
Minka
to the Steelers.
Fitzpatrick. I trace this back to the
Steelers
Minka
don't have enough
Fitzpatrick
capital.
Dolphin days.
Picks. They want picks back.
You guys can hear me?
Yeah,
I hear you.
You can hear you.
Oh, and I was bringing it back to the Minka Fitzpatrick when he wanted out of Miami, and at the end of the day, they had to force him. So I mean, yeah, they were rebuilding and stuff, but Watson wants out, and they're not going to get what the whole world would probably agree. The guy is worth the way he plays 3-4 first round picks. The thing is,
we have the 3 picks.
He's not. He might not get that much, and Houston is mad in that situation because as a player, what he's worth is obviously that. But since he wants out and he has a big contract, teams might not be willing or putting so much on the offer that they want. That's just my opinion.
Exactly.
And they're gonna have to lose the situation. That's just what I think is going on.
I
That's
mean,
why
they
the
lost.
Texans organization is double mad because Houston. And the reason why I do believe that he's really gonna get out of there and they're not gonna hold him back because DeAndre Hopkins, even though he's a Cardinal, he came out and he says he called him that's the ex-Texan quarterback. And I know that this is one person for sure that they text back and forth, they hang out, and he knows his feelings. So, in my opinion,
But
from just that alone, I think Watson will never take another snap in the Houston
but
Texans.
I
but you
feel
gotta
you
look
on
at it like
that.
this. You
Good
gotta
I
look
take.
at it
heard
like
JJ Watt
hold
want to
on.
leave
I
Houston.
heard
But you gotta
Calvin
look at
Johnson
no.
even came out and said that he wasted his years with the Houston Texans. He told him to leave as well too.
You
So
mean
you
Andre
got former
Johnson?
Oh
players
yeah,
saying
Yeah,
that.
Andre
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 Johnson.
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 Andre
Yeah,
Johnson.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a wrap.
and
But
he did. Andre Johnson
yeah,
did
he
when he
did.
I mean,
come in.
Andre Johnson. My fault. My fault.
Yeah.
He had a chance to go to the Patriots. He could have went to the Raiders and he could have went to the
He
Patriots.
stayed
And he,
loyal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay loyal
But you gotta look at it like this though. Like whoever
to the
takes
wrong
Watson,
team.
that's a big contract, dog. They gotta want to win now because he's gonna get 40-50 million dollars.
Yeah,
So
Yep.
that's what I think he needs to go to a team that's
so
already defensive ready.
yeah, they gotta be already set for the
like,
team
see,
for
the
him to
Bears
go.
got the defense. The Bears already proved they got a defense that could actually go to a Super Bowl. They have the cornerbacks in position. They have the linebackers in position.
But
Your
they ain't got
your
no
problem is the
offensive weapons
quarterback.
though. Y'all ain't got no
Exactly.
offensive
It's
weapons.
offense. So the thing is all you need is of somebody who could pass the ball. You got a number one super fast rookie wide receiver.
Right.
So I'm like, come on, now this is gonna be his second year. He needs to start off with a quarterback that could get them the ball. They finna lose Robinson though. Robinson finna
Oh
be out.
man.
Wait,
So
Oh man.
no.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's
So
because he's
that's a
looking for
good
like
free
a
agent
20 million
pickup.
contract, right? 20
Yeah.
million.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good free agent pickup.
Yeah.
I heard JJ Watt want to leave.
He finna retire, man.
He
JJ
finna
Watt
He
finna
needs to
retire. Yeah, he's
retire.
done.
he
He
finna be
apologized
done.
for wasting somebody's year. He's like, I'm surprised.
He
Oh,
I'm
he
sorry
wasted
for
say
wasting one of
Deshaun
your years.
Watson,
Deshaun
Yeah,
Watson. Yeah. He said, I'm sorry I wasted your
one of your
one of
prime.
years.
your
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have. I was telling people they should have been got rid of him like 3 years ago.
Man, JJ
Yeah.
Watt better not be feeling like that with all the seasons he done missed because of injury. Better get his
Yeah,
ass in there and go to work.
he
JJ,
tried and
that
he
JJ
wasted his
got
one
hurt
of his years.
trying to do stuff for social media. That's how he got hurt, and he started having injuries ever since.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now I
Man,
heard
I
Von
tell
Miller gonna be a free agent this year. I heard Von Miller gonna be a free agent.
Von Miller. Ever
Done,
since he
done.
got that contract, that man has never touched the field. I'm like, God damn.
No, Vaughn is done. No, ever since he got this chick pregnant, and she's milking him for all this money. He's been spending all his
Sure
money,
is.
dyeing his hair, doing stupid commercials, and now he done ruined himself.
Old
Yo, I
Spice.
would love to see Von Miller in the Eagles uniform. Him and Fletcher Cox. That's a scary D line right there.
Yeah, it would be if Vaughn could play.
I tell
Yeah,
you
Von
what
is always
though.
injured.
I tell you what,
Vaughn
if
is not. He is not what he used to be anymore.
No,
yeah,
he's
that's
not.
true. But I tell you what, if Jacksonville Jaguars play their cards right, they can shake some stuff up because they got a lot of cap space, a lot of money, a
They
lot of
got the number
draft
one cap
picks.
space. The
They got
Jets is number two.
they got a lot of draft picks, and they got what the number one or the
They got the number
number
one
two
pick. Yeah,
draft pick?
they
No,
they
number one
getting
draft pick.
Now
number
the
one draft pick.
NFL started the new
If
betting
I
season
were them,
already. They got
if I were them,
the Chiefs favored again.
You got who?
The Chiefs favored to win the Super Bowl again next season.
but
It's crazy
if I was Jacksonville Jaguars,
because they got a
this what
championship
I
winning
would
team.
this what
Go
I
ahead,
would
my
do if
bad.
I was Jacksonville. If I was Jacksonville, because Minshew is not a bad quarterback at all. He's not that bad.
No, he's not. He's
If
actually a shocking surprise for them.
He
yes,
gone.
He's ready to play.
if
Gardner
I were
Minshew could play.
them, I would trade that number one pick
They're not
and
gonna do that.
get many picks as I can and build and get some weapons
They are definitely not gonna do that. Now with the way
Josh
how this
Gordon, he
hype,
got the lead.
the way how this hype is with Trevor Lawrence, they're not gonna pass up on him. I'll be surprised if that happens. But
Josh
I
Gordon out
think
the league.
Josh Gordon is out the league. I think he's gonna. Oh yeah, he probably is. I haven't seen him in a while.
He got suspended.
Yeah,
They said
He's always
trying to come
suspended.
back, but he was talking about I might just quit altogether. I'm like, dude,
He
weed
always
is that
quitting.
important to you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Weed is
You can live
damn.
without weed.
I'm like, there's like Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith. Oh yeah, Stephen A. Smith be saying ain't that much. Like you gonna put weed over $1 million check
Hey,
and stuff
off
like that?
the weed.
For real.
yo, she done sharp funny. He like Skip. Skip, come on, Skip.
Wait, so hold on. Like, Cito, what is the beef with like Patrick Mahomes? Like, I really don't. I mean, I don't see him as a cocky person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't try to get the attention like a LeBron James or anything like that.
No, he's not. He's not like that at all.
Oh, okay. Because it's like everybody be taking shots at Mahomes. Like, I don't even think he really
No,
deserves. I mean,
they're taking shots at what they keep trying to make him already.
okay.
You
Because
know,
that's
it's
the
like
media.
dude, not there. You know.
But at least he's not feeding into it. You know what I'm saying? He just keeps doing his thing. Like he's not coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, I'm the best football player right now" or anything like
Oh
that.
no,
He ain't
he's not
saying
that kind
anything.
of person.
Yeah. So that's why I'm like, I don't really go hard on Mahomes. Like I actually like Mahomes.
Here's the scenario, Carcino. Who you think is the better coach, Andy Reid or Buddy Ryan?
You said a better coach, Andy Reid, Buddy Ryan. It's
I'll
hard.
take Andy Reid because he got the most wins.
It's hard to say. I mean, for the Eagles,
Yeah, because Buddy won should have won the Super Bowl with Reggie White.
he should have won with Reggie White. You're right. They should have won with that one. They should have won when they had the song "Buddy's Watching You." Oh, dog! If you have not seen that, y'all got to see "Buddy's Watching You." The music
Hey man,
video.
I
They
hate
tried
to
to do
go,
their
man.
own
You
Super
guys have a
Bowl
blessed
song.
night, man. Nice meeting
All right,
you all.
man.
Stay
No
blessed.
doubt. Stay safe.
Oh, they
I wish
say,
my phone wasn't at 2%, man. I really wish, man. Y'all stay blessed.
You good?
all
You
right,
good?
No
No
problem.
problem, dog. Good.
I'll try to come back.
all right.
No doubt.
What you was saying though?
It's hard to say. I like Buddy was a better defensive and game plan guy, and believe me, their year was '89. That was their year. They got beat in a fall game. The Bears beat them, put them out the playoffs.
Oh yeah, that fall game.
The fall game. That's what cost the Eagles. They couldn't see. Dog, that game should have been called. There's no. All they had to do was run. Nobody could do nothing but run the ball. That was ridiculous. But we won, so I didn't care. I was like, hey, we won. But that was bad. I went back and looked at that, man. I'm like, oh, they should have called that game. Oh, that was ridiculous. So you couldn't see. And that
We
was
supposed to have went to the Super Bowl against the Steelers when we lost to the Arizona Cardinals.
Yep. But I told you what happened there. McNabb got the drive, and they won. They beat this. They had what's his name beat the Arizona Cardinals. They were beat, and next thing you know, the Cardinals come down and get that field goal because on fourth down the defense didn't hold. Donovan McNabb drove down there and gave him the lead, got the touchdown. So he did his job. And they screwed him.
Yep.
It would have been I'd have been watching Donovan McNabb playing the Super Bowl down here against the Steelers. The Eagles and Steelers, that would have been crazy. That's what was supposed to be. Everybody was getting set up for it and everything. And then next thing you know, they kicked the fourth down play happened, and there it is. It's ridiculous.
That would have been a great game to watch. Eagles and Steelers. And we got beef with the Steelers, though. The last time I checked, we own the Steelers and head-to-head rivalries.
That's not your rivals. That's your rivals.
We got beef with them.
He said we got beef.
We do. You can look it up.
I think the Ravens
It's
and the
them,
Steelers do.
the Giants, the Redskins, and Cowboys, and the Patriots.
Yeah, that's your divisional rivals though. Like the the Giants and the Cowboys and then the Washington football team. Those are your rivals.
My homie a Giants fan.
Giants fans, they be quitting on their players quick. Except for Odell. I was like, y'all really like this man Odell Beckham. I'm like, every time I seen him, he wasn't doing nothing. He was all I seen him doing was complaining and stuff like that. So I was just like, man, this man is overrated.
Me and my homie, we be going there in debates. He be like, didn't y'all lose to a old ass Kurt Warner and lost to the Arizona Cardinals? I'm like, yo, you always bring up the bad memories. You